should be on the mute so we can hear the speaker clearly. Thanks.
One more thing, sir. क्या ये live भी चल रहा है या खाली recording ही है? बंसल सर, सर आप mute हो sir.
Rakesh, you are on mute.
See, it is live. It is live on Zoom. Anybody can join. Anybody can view it.
Okay.
And it can be webcast later on.
No, and it is being recorded, so it can be. It's for record in future also. And everybody, I would like you to be on, including Satish, and so that we can hear Gaurav. Thanks.
Thank you, Rakesh ji. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thanks returning officer for the elections, our president, our OBs, for conducting this election smoothly and in a fair way. We have already crossed 2 stages, and thanks everyone for giving this opportunity to be treasurer for the year 2022-23. Dear friends, first of all, I would like to share my vision as a treasurer for the Alumni Association. My vision is to engage larger number of alumni through networking, through participation into various events, through contribution to Alumni Association, and create a mechanism which support our alumni at the time of need. Dear friends, for implementing this vision, I have thought few pointers, and I would like to share those pointers with all of you. As a treasurer, my first point of implementation is to maintain the books of accounts for Alumni Association in a very fair and transparent way, which is accessible to the EC members at the time to time, conducting AGM, making sure that the budget is allocated to the chapters, to the Alumni Association activities, and ensuring that utilization of funds to various activities can be done in a digital way, because we have seen in the past when things are dependent on a person, then it causes delay many a times. I have seen this in my tenure as a secretary for the Mumbai chapter while organizing a lot of events. Many a times dependency on a certain individual causes delay in organizing these events, and I would like to ensure that all the chapters can get this facility in a digital way, in a more transparent way, and in a more user-friendly way. So this would be one of the way we would like to implement. The second thing is we need to create a fund which can be utilized for our alumni at the time of emergency. In the last 2 years, we have seen a lot of emails, we have seen a lot of WhatsApp messages wherein our alumni have requested for various kind of financial needs on WhatsApp groups, on emails, and we have run certain campaigns to support them. But to ensure that this should not happen in a haphazard way, it should not happen in a at the last moment, we should have a fund, and through this fund we should be able to support our alumni at the time of emergency, at the time of need. So I would like to work towards this vision in the mentorship of our upcoming president and our OBs. We have also seen during the COVID time similar emergency situations due to the lack of proper insurance in place. I would also like to work towards creating a mechanism so that all our alumni who are, whether they are in India, whether they are in abroad, there should be a mechanism where all our alumni are being given a term insurance and also being given a health insurance. I understand that it is a humongous task because we need a lot of data points. We need to interact with lot of insurance companies, and parallelly we know that majority of our alumni are already under some kind of insurance. But we want to work towards those who are still away from the basic insurance, from the basic health policies, and bring a premium institute and their alumni. I feel that everyone should be protected. And whenever we have seen in the past, in the time of medical emergency, it becomes really difficult for a family, it becomes really difficult for our alumni to run a campaign, raise capital. Instead of that, our alumni should be protected under insurance. We also want to work towards making our smart card, smart alumni card, a really smart. What I exactly mean by making it a smart, that via our alumni card, we can provide certain special offers, certain special benefits for which we can collaborate with various brands, various corporates, and also we can include banks. For example, because I have some background in distribution of credit cards, I have seen generally banks provide elite category premium cards to those individuals which are above certain income segment. We believe we can interact with various banks and can create opportunity to provide certain premium credit cards or certain premium offers for IIT Delhi alumni. And via this, we can also make our smart card a real smart through its benefits. I would also like to work towards fundraise activities. For last 2 years, we have seen during pandemic, most of our events were virtual. And in virtual events, mostly we do not need capital because they can be easily organized over Zoom call. But we also know the importance of offline events. Offline events give all of us more opportunities to hear other person, to understand what our other alumni are doing. And I believe in the coming year, we can plan a lot more offline events through which we can make our chapters more active. And for this, I would also like to create a team which is dedicatedly working towards fundraise activities. And I would also like to focus towards startup related programs. As we all know, IIT Delhi alumni have created large number of unicorns today. And we also understand that many of our alumni, they are part of the VC funds, part of seed funds, and part of angel investors. At the same time, we have seen a lot of alumni who are younger alumni or who are budding entrepreneurs. They need a lot of mentorship, they need a lot of advice, and they need a lot of investment opportunities. As an alumni association, I would like to work towards creating those opportunities which can connect our budding entrepreneurs, connect our mentors, and also connect our VC investors, so that as a community, we should be able to support these startups. So this is mostly about my vision, which I would like to work. And this is not limited to these pointers. There are many other activities during the year, many programs during the year, which we would be planning, we would be doing, interacting with our fellow alumni, interacting with our uh, various chapters. I would also like to participate and support in that. Considering my background into technology, into financial services, I believe that I can contribute as a treasurer into many activities which can support our IIT Delhi Alumni Association. About little bit about my work done during the last 1 year. I joined DC last 1 year back, and I was given responsibility to activate various chapters as a convener for national cities chapters, and to ensure that various chapters can organize events, can create platforms so that our alumni can interact more and more. We organize events, offline events in various chapters. Um, and due to COVID pandemic, we could not organize in all the chapters. But in the coming year, I would definitely try my best to support these activities so that various chapters can interact more and more. And I'm always supporter of offline events because we have seen alumni interactions become more meaningful when we are offline. So this is little bit about the done in the past.
Okay.
I am open to queries and yeah. Thank you, Rakesh ji.
Thanks, Gaurav. We have a question from Rajiv. Rajiv, would you like to ask something?
Yeah, can I now ask Gaurav? Gaurav, thank you for your vision. A couple of things which come to my mind from a treasurer perspective, a prospective treasurer. One is basically, the question comes is we go to the same alumni. There are three people who are asking for money. I'm saying, what is your position in terms of, how can we make a unified pitch to them so that, there's an allocation, because the money, there's a limited amount. There are solicitations which are made by what they call DEF, as well as the AIP, as well as us asking for money. So the alumni gets confused who to give, when to give. Ultimately, he has a finite wallet. Now we need to ask
Obviously.
allocation. So I want to know what is your view on that. And we've been discussing it for almost a year now, but nothing concrete has come about on that.
Yeah, Rajiv ji, it's a definitely a valid query, and I resonate with what you are saying. There is a clear definition of our role is required, and I completely agree. When we pitch to our alumni, they should be very clear whom they are supporting and for what activities they are supporting. For example, if we talk about the institute body, there is a clear vision that the institute is raising funds for the activities which are related to research, for the activities which are related to infrastructure of the institute. When we talk about alumni association, we are, if in case we are asking for money, those are mostly for the events, for supporting our fellow alumni. For example, we have conducted various campaigns for raising capital for supporting the alumni in the hour of need, in the emergency. And still, I feel there is discussion required with the parallel bodies so that we can clearly define which areas we will be reaching out to alumni for raising capital if in case we have to. I hope this should be I could
Yeah,
able to
the important,
answer to some
yeah,
extent.
I get your point, and the fact that you resonate, because the important issue is that there should be a common pitch, whether for
Yeah,
DEF, for DAA, as well as for what do you call AIP, DAIP doing it. Common pitch saying that ultimately you can't go to the guy again and again and again. So instead of having 20 mailers coming to the alumni, he also doesn't know who's pitching what time. So it should be consistent, and there can be an allocation given, saying for DA, just let's say 2%, 5% of the money which goes to DEF can go to DA. So there's a common pitch. That's one part. Second, I wanted to check with you, what is your view about sharing accounts probably on a quarterly basis with the executive body, rather than actually have it post facto?
definitely, sir. See, any act which can increase transparency among the EC, among the fellow alumni, it is most welcome. Whether we have to share it quarterly or monthly or weekly, that can be decided through the EC.
No, the frequency, weekly, monthly will probably be overkill. Quarterly or good enough.
My only view is it should not eventually increase the burden on the OBs and on the fellow EC members. But yes, as long as the transparency is considered, I would be the first person to ensure that accounts are transparent. It is shared at the time of need with the fellow alumni, with the fellow EC members. But we have to also ensure that it should not increase work for OBs, for other members. And mutually, we all can decide what is the right tenure where we should share these accounts.
Yeah, and the third point was that there is still a restriction that the chapters cannot get more than 2,500 rupees per chapter as per the
Correct.
article. So they requires an amendment, which is what we are saying. So amendment of the articles and the bylaws which we are working on needs to be progressed.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
this is a considering today's scenario 2,500 rupees
Yes,
is
correct.
fairly less amount, and we all can mutually decide what should be the right amount which can be given. But I support your view that this amount should be changed.
And also we also need to look at, instead of looking at ad hoc money towards alumni, the benevolent fund or the care fund needs to
Yeah.
get merged and become larger. We use the interest from the fund to actually create a governance model and create a governance committee, which will decide who the money will go to among the alumni or their spouses or family who they need.
Definitely, sir. Sir, we should have a care fund for our alumni, and I feel this is the need of the hour, that we
Yeah.
all should create this kind of fund wherein, see, as we all have seen many campaigns running on internet, we have supported many of them as an alumni body. So instead of running around and raising capital at the last moment, we should have a fund. And I believe if we can create a fund, lot of fellow alumni will come and support this vision.
Yeah, Gaurav, but before creating the fund, the need for the fund, most people agree, we need to create a governance structure.
Obviously,
So
obviously,
I'm assuming
yeah.
that you will lead the task force, accept that to lead the task force to create a governance structure before you go and actually start soliciting money for the care fund or benevolent fund. You will have a corporate structure available, governance structure, because then only people get confidence to donate money to that cause.
Definitely, sir. I agree with you. And before even announcing the fund or before even creating the fund, we can create a subcommittee. That subcommittee can define the structure, can define the rules, can define where this fund has to be used. If in case there is, let's say, we raise a certain capital and that is not being utilized, then how it has to be earmarked. All those pointers we can get created by this subcommittee, and then we can properly announce this fund.
Okay, thanks, Gaurav. Sanjeev, a quick question from you, please.
Yes, yes.
We are short of time, so I mean,
Yeah.
we have to work within that.
So
limited
can I
time that
ask
we have.
question or not? Can I ask?
Yeah, please, quick one. Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, just a small question I want. First of all, I would like to
Yeah,
thank
thanks.
Gaurav and Mr. Rakesh Sajik to start this good pitch, to start this SOP, and really this is a good practice in the election system. Gaurav, I have one question. In last 1 year, we are working. What kind of points you have observed in 1 year which need to be improved? Just for not for the complaint purpose, but to improve the accountancy and accountability both.
No, Sanjeev ji, देखिए, improvement is always a process, which we
What
all
you
should
have
have.
observed in last 1 year?
I'm
That's
just,
the
yeah,
point.
I'm just answering your query. See, improvement is a constant process. And if we stop improving, I believe as a IITian, this is the first thing, this is the first innovation we have to implement, that we have to keep innovating, we have to keep improving. Now, specifically talking about the last 1 year, I would say that last 1 year was largely digital due to the COVID pandemic. Lot of things which we could have planned, including the alumni day, could not be implemented offline because of the restrictions of COVID. So I think if this year we get this opportunity, one area would be planning and implementing those activities which are offline, like I have told you. Other areas, I believe we have been able to achieve good number of sales for smart card. Now is a time we should all work towards making it smart in a real way, so that our alumni can get more and more benefit through alumni card. So likewise, there are many areas where we can always work and we can bring more improvement. Sanjeev
Okay.
ji, I hope I am
Okay.
able to answer. If you have some specific area, I would be happy
I
to.
just ask you what kind of administrative things you can take care in this year, which will really give good accountability and accountability. That was the question. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I think we will move on to the next candidate now. We have already spent 25 minutes on it. Thanks, Gaurav, Rajiv, Sanjeev, for your question. And now I would like to invite Dr. Arun Verma to share his vision and thoughts on the functioning of Alumni Association. Dr. Arun.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank RO and other EC members who have elected me. I mean, no, as unopposed. Thank you very much for all the EC members. As far as the vision is concerned, basically, since 1 year, I have seen so many things in the EC meetings and all. Gauravji has, I mean, placed so many things, and really it's a very wonderful that if we can come out with all those type of things, those are really innovative and really, make a sense that we are here as alumni in the association. So as far as Gauravji concerned, really amazing, and I say that this is a wonderful thing and we all need to support that. After that, basically for me, basically one thing which I would like to say that my basic task is just to assist the incoming secretary and assist incoming secretary in every sense of the rightness. Okay, whatever we can do good for the institute in all manners. I mean, starting from the fundraising, starting from our alumni, our student, and the entrepreneurship and innovative ideas, how to commercialize the thing in for our budding technocrats, how to help them in order to, I mean, say how to help them at each stage of their career. Then after that, one more thing which I would like to stress upon that since I'm working on some electric vehicle and the railway, so what we would like to say that uh, the agenda, one thing which I can do, I mean, or I can, not I can do, but the alumni association can do with the help of all the stakeholders, that how we can create a sustainable environment in our campus. That is something for a green campus with the help of or with the initiative of IIT Delhi Alumni Association. Not only our campus, even on the let's say on the model village side also, or for the society also, that how we can create a sustainable environment, sustainable technologies to support them with the help of alumni association, with the help of our endeavor, whatever we are doing. So that is one thing which I would like to stress upon. Then after that, more and more interaction with the alumni. Already Gauravji has pointed out that we can have a more offline meetings and all. And after that, that is also already one more thing which I was there was it was there in my agenda, that the smart card already Gauravji has pointed out. So ultimately, just to create a workable environment without any negativity, a progressive environment, so that our alumni can the 58,000 alumni base, which can feel that yes, some people are working on our behalf. So that kind of positivity, the environment need to create, and that we will focus on that. This is in a nutshell for myself. Please.
Thanks, Dr. Arun. Any questions anybody has? Okay, so your thoughts are very, very clear and nobody has any. Oh, Dr. Sanjeev.
Yeah, thank you, Arun.
1 minute. Yeah, okay. After Sanjeev, I'll ask after Sanjeev. After.
Okay, sir. Sorry. You are talking about the technological advances used in for the alumni, and do you have anything in your mind how we can implement? Recently, I was talking about the technical learning center in various cities and states. Do you have anything how to implement such kind of things with the alumni? Just in quickly, one or two words I would like to hear from you.
Let's say I'm working for electric vehicle, so can we have our whole IIT Delhi as a green campus? Okay, so
Yeah.
some of our alumni are working. We can also help in develop some indigenous technology, and we can place that technology. Let's say hostel wise, we can place 5-10 vehicles. That is for our campus. Okay, then after that, for the village, actually, whatever we have developed as a technology, or because we have a larger alumni base for technocrats and so many things are there. So can we reach up to the last mile connectivity? I mean, the person who is at the village side, or they don't know about the technology. So can we connect them? Whatever we are developing, can those people can get benefited? So yes, definitely the alumni support is required in that. And how will that the people, a lot of people are, our alumni are working on those the key areas of electric vehicles and sustainability, renewable energy and all. Because without renewable energy, there is no existence of electric vehicle. This is already I have told.
Thank you.
Rajiv.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Arun.
Sir. Sir.
Congratulations first on volunteering and getting elected.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
In fact, it's very commendable for people who can devote extra time beyond the EC time to take initiative as an office bearer. Very commendable. Congratulations to you and to Gaurav and the other two prospective guys, including the people who are volunteered, who may not get in also. The 5 of you all require, the 5 prospective guys plus the 2 of you, 7 of you do deserve a kudos for standing up. Okay, my question to you was something which which has been little bit which has concerned me during the last 1 year of observing what the proceedings of ECU has been, that the office bearers meet quite often. The joint secretary's role is to assist the secretary, and many times the secretary is quite busy in doing many more tasks. So the opportunity he or she doesn't get to actually minute the office bearer meetings and share with the EC, because in my mind the office bearers are subjugate to the EC. They're not superior to the EC. So whatever is transpires between the office bearers must be shared prior with the EC. What is your view on that?
I completely agree with the transparency and all. Everything should come out in the public domain, or at least within the EC people.
Yeah.
Now, one thing is there. Sometimes we indulge in so many things in our EC meetings that we feel that if it come outside, okay, our alumni listen it, then it may not create a good picture of the people, actually, the people who are working voluntarily. So sometimes we need to be cautious about it, or we can trim those things, or we can
just bullet points. Points are good enough. A bullet point saying
Yes,
these
sir.
are the items discussed.
Yeah,
and
that is
the action we're looking at, because it is not only about one person, it is for posterity.
Definitely,
otherwise, we do not know what happened 3 years back. And if it has been discussed and debated, it's available there for everybody.
The transparency in every sense, whether this account or, because Gauravji has already mentioned that we will keep that open, okay, and about the meetings also, minutes of meeting also, that would be there, sir. Without this, we can't function properly. This is my observation, my thinking, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very quick question, and we'll discuss it again offline. But in EV segment, recently we have seen firing happening into some vehicles, and due to battery and other things, right? Your views on it? Is it safe enough?
I say that it is safe enough. We need to work basically on the battery management system, and that is one more important thing is smart charging. We need to do the coordinated charging, smart charging algorithm we need to develop. Proper battery management system should be there, and that properly we can take care of. This happens sometimes. This happens.
Sure. We can further discuss it offline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gaurav, I think you should take it offline, not related to the elections or the association. Shall we move on to the next candidate?
Yes, well done, Arun. Yes.
Chalo, thanks, Dr. Arun. We now move on to the discussion with the secretary position. I would like to invite Dr. Udesh Verma for presenting his thoughts.
Thank you very much, sir. I am audible.
And you can speak in Hindi, English, whichever language you choose
sure.
Be convenient with. No formality at all.
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल फॉर्मेलिटी कुछ नहीं है.
Even Urdu also.
Yeah.
So congratulations to सबसे पहले तो गौरव and अरुण को कि वो अनअपोज्ड जीत गए. Hopefully के next 2 positions भी अनअपोज्ड होती, but ठीक है, this is a democratic process. तो ये सब चलता है इलेक्शंस में. हाँ, तो विजन के बारे में जैसे हम बात करते हैं, पहले मैं अपना विजन बताऊंगा, then I will discuss about my work which I have done during my tenure. तो बेसिकली क्या है कि मैंने आइडेंटिफाई करा है कि 4 पिलर्स होते हैं किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट में. तो जो जैसे अपना IIT दिल्ली है, तो एलुमनाई एसोसिएशन से इसके भी 4 पिलर्स हैं. एक तो IIT दिल्ली हो गया खुद ही टेक्निक इंस्टीट्यूट, एक हो गया फैटर्निटी के भाई उसके जो आपके एलुमनाई हैं, उसकी फैमिली मेंबर्स हैं, उसके बच्चे हैं, ठीक है. थर्ड हो गया पर स्टूडेंट्स के जो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो IIT में पढ़ रहे हैं. एंड देन फॉर सोसाइटी कि भाई हमारा जो हमने गेन करा है IIT दिल्ली के अंदर, उसे हम सोसाइटी तक कैसे पहुंचा सकते हैं. तो ये 4 पॉइंट्स हैं, 4 पिलर्स हैं जिनके ऊपर मैं काम करना चाहता हूँ. तो जैसे फॉर IIT दिल्ली मैं क्या करना चाहता हूँ कि बेसिकली हॉस्टल रिनोवेशन, क्योंकि हम जब जनरली हॉस्टल्स में जाते हैं तो कंडीशंस देखते हैं जो पुराने हॉस्टल्स के. नए हॉस्टल्स तो जो नए बने हैं दैट इज क्वाइट वेल, उनमें AC भी हैं, जबकि हमारे टाइम में तो AC भी नहीं होते थे, बट दे आर ओके. बट जो ओल्ड हॉस्टल्स हैं उनका अभी स्थिति थोड़ी खराब है, तो हॉस्टल रिनोवेशन एंड कुछ अगर हॉस्टल कंस्ट्रक्शन भी हो तो वी विल लाइक टू सपोर्ट दैट, लाइक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट, कुछ एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सपोर्ट है थ्रू एलुमनाई, फंड रेजिंग, R&D, हाईटेक लैब्स डेवलपमेंट, क्योंकि क्या होता है कि जो रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स होते हैं, बीटेक एमटेक स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जो लास्ट ईयर होते हैं, तो उन्हें क्या है कि हाईटेक लैब्स की की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, जो कि उनके फ्यूचर करियर के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट होती है। तो आई वुड लाइक टू वर्क ऑन दैट। आई वुड लाइक टू ब्रिज द गैप बिटवीन IITD एंड इंडस्ट्री, क्योंकि क्या है कि एजुकेशन और इंडस्ट्री के बीच में जब तक गैप रहेगा, तब तक हमारी बहुत सारी जो इनोवेशंस हैं वो एंड पॉइंट तक नहीं पहुंच पाते। तो दैट इज ए गैप विच आई हैव जस्ट ऑब्जर्व। ऑल्सो लाइक इनोवेशन एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्रोग्राम, स्पेशल ब्रांड बिल्डिंग इवेंट, जैसे कि हमारे ब्रांड बिल्डिंग इवेंट्स में आपका लीडरशिप कॉन्क्लेव आती है, सिविल सर्वेंट कॉन्क्लेव आती है, या बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं कि जैसे हमने लास्ट ईयर जब मैं जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी और ट्रेजरर था, तो हम लोगों ने स्पेशल प्रोग्राम भी ऑर्गेनाइज करे थे। तो वो स्पेशल ब्रांड बिल्डिंग इवेंट्स होते हैं जो कि IIT दिल्ली और IIT दिल्ली एलुमनाई एसोसिएशन और इसके एलुमनाई की ब्रांड बिल्डिंग करते हैं। सेकंड जो मैंने बताया था कि फॉर फर्टिनिटी के लिए मैं क्या काम करना चाहता हूँ कि एक हम लोगों ने लास्ट टाइम डिस्कस करा था कि भाई एक हमारे एक एलुमनाई थे जो कि हमें कुछ लैंड डोनेट करने के इच्छुक थे, और वहाँ पे एक हम लोगों ने प्लान भी बनाया था कि एक रिक्रिएशनल सेंटर एक डेवलप करें नियर टू दिल्ली, जिससे कि क्योंकि भाई IIT दिल्ली में जैसे मैं अगर आता हूँ और या कल्पेन जी आते हैं, संजीव आता है, दूर से आता है, तो उन्हें कभी कभी तो क्या होता है कि आपको एकोमोडेशन मिलने में भी बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है। तो एकोमोडेशन है या कोई हमारे पास एक ऐसा प्लेस होना चाहिए जहाँ पे हम सारे जितने भी एलुमनाई हैं वो सारे कहीं भी कोई भी आ रहा है वहाँ पे जा सके और वहाँ पे आप इंटरेक्ट कर सके लोगों से। ठीक है, तो ये जो रिक्रिएशनल सेंटर है ये मेरा फर्स्ट चॉइस होगा कि इसके ऊपर काम करा जाए। मेडिकल पॉलिसी है, जैसे कि हम लोगों ने जब मैं लास्ट टेन्योर था तो उसमें हम लोगों ने इनवाइट करी थी एप्लीकेशन, तो उसमें मोर देन 700 एलुमनाइज ने इच्छा जाहिर करी थी कि वो मेडिकल पॉलिसी लेना चाहते हैं, और काफी हद तक वो फाइनल भी हो गई थी, बट आई डोंट नो कि किस वजह से वो थोड़ा बैक हो गई, अब दोबारा शुरू हुई है, जैसे राजीव जी और संजीव जी ने शुरू करी है। तो आई वुड लाइक टू हेल्प देम इन दैट थिंग, जो मेडिकल पॉलिसी है। एलुमनाई कार्ड अपग्रेडेशन के बारे में गौरव ने बताया, दैट इज कमेंडेबल। कि मैं भी यही सोचता हूँ कि जो हमारा एलुमनाई कार्ड है, अभी हमारे एलुमनाई कार्ड की 2000 रुपये फीस है, बट क्या है कि खाली कार्ड की फीस है, उसके साथ उसे कोई फैसिलिटी नहीं मिल रही है। तो हम लोग क्या चाहते हैं कि उस कार्ड से अगर हम किसी भी होटल में जाएं तो हमें 5% 10% रिबेट मिले, कहीं मैकडोनल्ड्स है या जोमेटो है, वट एवर द थिंग, हम वहाँ पे उसे क्लिक करें तो हमारे पास क्या होगा, हमें रिबेट मिल जाए। तो अगर हम ऐसे उसको कार्ड को कनेक्ट कर देंगे देन दिस विल बी वेरी गुड। और ये क्या है कि इंटरेक्ट मतलब जो कनेक्टिविटी है एलुमनाई की, तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा हमारे पास बढ़ जाएगी। कुछ फर्टिलिटी के लिए जैसे मैं बात कर रहा हूँ तो ओके, चैप्टर स्ट्रेंथनिंग है, जैसे गौरव ने काफ़ी अच्छा काम करा कि लास्ट ईयर कुछ नए डेवलपमेंट करे, और मैं जब एसोसिएशन में शुरू से अराउंड 2016 से, तो मैं नेशनल कोऑर्डिनेटर था चैप्टर कोऑर्डिनेटर्स का। तो उस टाइम मैंने भोपाल था, भोपाल था और देहरादून था, मुंबई पहले से ही एक्टिव था, राजस्थान था, बहुत सारे ऐसे नए चैप्टर शुरू करे थे, उसमें बहुत सारे इवेंट शुरू करे थे जो कि बहुत ही एक कारगर सिद्ध होते हैं। और अभी भी जैसे हम लोगों ने लखनऊ चैप्टर का एक इनिशिएशन करा है कि भाई लखनऊ में बहुत सारे हमारे सिविल सर्वेंट्स हैं, एलुमनाई हैं, जो कि वहाँ पे उस जगह आ सकते हैं। इवन यूपी चैप्टर के नाम से भी एक चैप्टर स्टार्ट कर रखा है। तो दैट इज द थिंग्स गोइंग ऑन। कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स होती है, जैसे कार पास की होती है कि भाई जो हमारे एलुमनाई हैं जब एंटर करते हैं इंस्टीट्यूट में, भाई कोई भी दूर से आएगा तो अपने इंस्टीट्यूट को देखना चाहेगा सबसे पहले। इवन पैंडेमिक टाइम पे भी मेरे पास काफी फोन आए कि भाई हमें एक बार एंटर करना है, मैं बहुत दूर से आया हूँ तो मैं विजिट करना चाहता हूँ। तो मैंने फिर सिक्योरिटी ऑफिसर से बात करी एंड दे मैनेज टू गेट इनटू इन। तो मतलब कुछ ऐसा सिस्टम बनाने की कोशिश करेंगे जिससे कि हमारा एलुमनाई को प्रेफरेंस मिले कि वो अंदर एंटर हो जाए, और ठीक है मतलब वो काम कर सके अपना जो भी उसे मन कर रहा है, थोड़ा विजिट करने जाए, कॉफी पीने का मन कर रहा है, तो दैट ही कैन डू इट। एक चीज है वेबसाइट डाटा अपडेशन एंड एनुअल नेटवर्किंग। हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि इलेक्शन टाइम पे शुरू कर रहे हैं अपना अपग्रेडेशन, तो ये थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ हो जाता है। तो हमें क्या करना है कि जब हम स्टार्ट होते हैं, सेशन शुरू होता है, जब से ही हम इसका जो एलुमनाई डाटा है उसका अपग्रेडेशन स्टार्ट करते हैं, तो दैट विल बी वेरी नाइस। और बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो कि इसमें हम लोग और कर सकते हैं फॉर सोसाइटी के लिए, जैसे मैं सॉरी फॉर थर्ड पार्ट था फॉर स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, कि स्टूडेंट को क्या चाहिए होता है भाई, हमारा कनेक्ट है, जैसे अभी रंदो वो चल रहा है, टेक्टेक चल रहा है, हम लोगों ने उनके साथ कुछ कोलैबोरेशन कर लिया, तो वो दे फील वेरी हैप्पी और उन्हें पता लग जाता है कि एलुमनाई एसोसिएशन क्या है। ठीक है, तो इस तरह से हम उनसे कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं। और कुछ रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स हैं, उन्हें ट्रैवल ग्रांट की होती है, या थर्ड ईयर फोर्थ ईयर के स्टूडेंट हैं, उन्हें कुछ सीड मनी चाहिए होती है अपने स्टार्टअप्स के लिए, रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट के लिए, तो वी कैन फंड देम। तो ये हम स्टूडेंट्स के लिए काम कर सकते हैं। इवन मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम हम एलुमनाई के द्वारा स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं कि भाई हमारे एलुमनाई बहुत बड़ी बड़ी फील्ड में, कुछ वाइस चांसलर्स हैं, कुछ बहुत सब्जेक्ट एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, कुछ इकोनॉमिस्ट हैं, ठीक है, रघुराम राजन जैसे हैं, तो हम एक मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम भी स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं कि हम जो मेंटरशिप प्रोग्राम करेंगे तो वो उनसे हमारे एलुमनाई को, जो स्टूडेंट है, उसे हेल्प मिलेगी। कुछ फेलोशिप्स हम स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, R&D स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, जॉब, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इवेंट, मतलब बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो कि मतलब ये छोटा टाइम है तो ज्यादा बातें नहीं हो पाएंगी।
Updesh, Dr. Updesh, I would like you to conclude very quickly.
हाँ, श्योर श्योर। तो फोर्थ पिलर मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि जो सोसाइटी है, कि हम चाहते हैं कि जो हमारे पास है, जो हमारे पास नॉलेज है, जो हमारे एलुमनाई के पास नॉलेज है, वो बाहर तक भी जा सके, जो हमारा गरीब तबका है उस तक भी पहुंच सके उस चीज से। तो उस टाइप के हम सोशल आउटरीच प्रोग्राम चलाना चाहेंगे। कुछ मोटिवेशनल लेक्चर्स हैं जो एलुमनाई के, वो चलाना चाहिए। कुछ वापसी जैसे इनिशिएटिव हैं, वो हमें अच्छे हैं कि वो हम इस चीज से कर सकते हैं। तो बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज हैं कि जो मतलब पेंडिंग भी है और मैं करना भी चाहता हूँ, तो ये मैं करना की कोशिश करूंगा इफ आई विल बी इलेक्टेड एज सेक्रेटरी। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच। अभी तो बहुत सारी लिस्ट थी, मैं पढ़ने को तैयार था, बट एज पर द गाइडेंस ऑफ राकेश सर आई विल स्टॉप हियर, और किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो दे कैन आस्क। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, Dr. Updesh. Okay. And anybody else, every time, I'm sorry, Rajiv comes first. So let us give somebody else the first chance. Anybody else?
क्या चीज के सर क्वेश्चन?
हाँ,
राकेश जी, 2 हाथ तो उठे हुए हैं सर, किसको आप मौका देंगे?
बात है।
कुल मिला
फिर राजीव जी को ही मौका देंगे, उनका पहले हाथ उठा था।
कुल मिला के हम 13 ही हैं।
श्योर।
Let Gaurav go ahead. I mean, I don't want to steal the.
बाकी 11 क्यों
Okay.
नहीं बोल रहे हैं, मैं तो ये सोच रहा हूँ।
Okay.
I'm okay to go last. Let everybody else.
Okay. Thank you राजीव जी। उपदेश जी, मेरा एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जैसा कि हमने देखा इलेक्शन टाइम में हम ज्यादातर एलुमनाई को रीच आउट करते हैं और तकरीबन 1000 के आसपास एलुमनाई हैं जो पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, जबकि हम कहते हैं कि हमारे 54,000 एलुमनाई हैं, 55,000 एलुमनाई हैं। तो आप ऐसा क्या करेंगे कि जिससे हम लार्जर नंबर ऑफ एलुमनाई को एंगेज कर पाए ड्यूरिंग द ईयर?
हाँ, बिल्कुल, बहुत अच्छा सवाल किया गौरव जी। एक्चुअली देखो, होता क्या है कि आप जैसे मैं थे, आप थे, कभी एक दूसरे को नहीं जानते थे, बट आपका कुछ आया कि, या मेरा कुछ लगा कि मुझे किसी से हेल्प चाहिए, तो एक पर्टिकुलर हमारे पास एक, जैसे वेबसाइट पे भी हम एक ऐसा सेक्शन बना दें कि जिसपे कि हमारा एक्सपर्टाइज उसमें हम कर दें कि भाई ये एक्सपर्ट है, या ये इस फील्ड में काम कर रहा है बंदा, तो हम उस पर डाल दें। तो क्या होगा कि जिसे भी एलुमनाई को रिक्वायरमेंट होगी, वो क्या करेगा, वो वहाँ पे अपनी साइट्स को भी सर्च करेगा, और उस पे क्या होगा, वो देखेगा कि भाई इस फील्ड में ये बंदा काम कर रहा है, तो मैं इससे कांटेक्ट कर सकता हूँ, तो वो उस बंदे से कांटेक्ट कर ले। तो एक इंटरेक्शन का एक अच्छा पॉइंट है, वन पॉइंट है। बट जैसे आपने कहा कि भाई कैसे हम लार्ज स्केल पे रीच कर सकते हैं, तो लार्ज स्केल पे रीच करने के लिए ये है कि भाई हर एलुमनाई का एक डिफरेंट एक विजन और इंटरेस्ट होता है। जैसे मेरा एजुकेशन में है, कल्पेश जी का है, इनका हो सकता है कि भाई स्टॉक मार्केट में हो, या आपका है थोड़ा सा ट्रेडिंग में हो, ठीक है, या आपका तेवतिया जी का है, इनका भी एजुकेशन में। तो ऐसे ऐसे हम लोग अलग अलग फील्ड के लोग हैं जो कि एक्सपर्ट हैं अलग अलग फील्ड में, और वो चाहते भी हैं कि ऐसे प्रोग्राम हो। तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे कि इनिशियल से ही ऐसे हर एक ग्रुप के लिए एक अलग एक प्रोग्राम हम डिसाइड करेंगे कि भाई एजुकेशन फील्ड में हम लोग ये प्रोग्राम
जी,
करेंगे।
बस इसी से रिलेटेड एक और छोटा सा क्वेरी है, एंड देन आई विल वाइंड अप। ऐसा क्या है कि ये हम अब तक क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हैं?
देखो सब अच्छा, मतलब रियलिटी बात बताऊं तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात है कि हम लोगों के बीच में सामंजस्य नहीं है। हम जो हैं खाली इलेक्शन के लिए आपस में तोड़ जोड़ करते रहते हैं कि भाई मेरे को वोट इसकी पड़ जाए या इसकी पड़ जाए, और उसमें क्या होता है ग्रुप बन जाते हैं। और मतलब मेरी पर्सनली थिंकिंग नहीं, एक एक्सपीरियंस भी है कि इससे हम लोगों के बहुत सारे दोस्त ऐसे भी होते हैं जो बिल्कुल करीब होते हैं, दिल के करीब होते हैं और छूट भी जाते हैं। तो ये बहुत ही गलत चीजें हैं जो कि बंद होना चाहिए। और मैं अप्रिशिएट करता हूँ इस बार कि गौरव गोयल और अरुण वर्मा को अनुकूल बना के हमने बहुत अच्छा काम करा। ये हमारा एक नया स्टेप है कि आगे फ्यूचर में हम ये चाहते हैं कि सारे के सारे पोस्ट पे अनअपोज नीचे, जिससे कि हम कोई ग्रुपेशन में ना फंसे और हमारा जो फोकस रहे वो खाली एलुमनाई आईटीडी एलुमनाई एसोसिएशन के भलाई
राकेश
के
जी,
लिए।
हाँ,
जी।
मैं थोड़ा करेक्ट करना चाहूंगा आपको।
जी जी
वैसे बहुत अच्छा बोल रहे हैं आप। ये आपने बोला ना एक अच्छा स्टेप है जो अभी शुरू हुआ है, ये शुरू
जी
नहीं
जी।
हुआ अभी। तो जैसे गौरव और वर्मा जी आए हैं, उससे पहले इवन प्रेसिडेंट और सेक्रेटरी भी अनअपोज्ड आ जाते थे, ये
नहीं
पहले
सर,
से।
अच्छी बात है, अच्छी बात है, ऐसा होना चाहिए सर, हर बार ही होना चाहिए।
मैं
Actually,
काउंट कर सकता हूँ, जैसे
हाँ
बाबा था वो अनअपोज्ड प्रेसिडेंट था।
जी जी जी।
हाँ, ऐसे कई प्रेसिडेंट थे जो अनअपोज्ड आए। और बल्कि कई बार ऐसा होता था यार कि तुम बन जाओ अब के, वो बोलते थे नहीं मेरे पे टाइम नहीं है।
सर अभी तो इलेक्शन कल है, आज भी हो सकता है ये।
हाँ हो सकता है, बिल्कुल हो सकता है,
हाँ
श्योर
बिल्कुल
श्योर।
हो सकता है। नो,
आई
इट्स
एम
इट्स
ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव।
या
थैंक यू उपदेश जी, थैंक यू।
जी थैंक यू।
Rakesh ji, can I go?
Sorry, Rajiv has raised hands first, so after Rajiv, Dr. Gitanjali, you can.
No, let Dr. Gitanjali go ahead earlier. I'll take it last.
Okay.
Thank you,
ladies first.
Rajiv ji. Thank you. Yeah, thank you everyone. So one very simple question. जैसे आप इसी में रहे हैं for like past 2 years and you were the office bearer, तो मेरा एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, क्या ईसी मेंबर्स के लिए कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट होना चाहिए? जैसे आप सेक्रेटरी बनते हैं, आप ईसी मेंबर रहे हैं, तो किस तरह से होना चाहिए? और would you like to execute it in your own tenure? Because ईसी मेंबर्स तो बहुत सारी बातें करते हैं, but when it comes to their maturity level, अभी बहुत सारे लोग हैं व्हाट्सएप शेयर करते हैं, स्क्रीनशॉट्स शेयर करते हैं, आर्टिकल्स शेयर करते हैं, बहुत कुछ पब्लिश होता है अबाउट द एसोसिएशन। डू यू थिंक इट इज अ गुड आइडिया? कहीं ना कहीं हम अपने जो राइट्स हमें हैं एज अ सिटीजन ऑफ दिस कंट्री वो मिसयूज हो रहे हैं। तो आई वुड लाइक टू हियर मोर ऑफ योर पर्सपेक्टिव कि ईसी मेंबर्स के लिए पहले क्या कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट होना चाहिए, और अगर ऐसा कोई इस तरह की जो हमारे इनफॉर्मल रूल्स को अगर वो ब्रेक करता है तो उस पर क्या एक्शन होना चाहिए? डू यू थिंक इट इज अ गुड आइडिया टू गो टू द कोर्ट ऑलवेज?
देखिए मेरे हिसाब से कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट तो जब लगा जाता है कि जहाँ से कोई जेल में बंद है, तो जेलर क्या कहता है कि जेलर कहता है कि भाई ये आदमी यह इस दीवार से बाहर नहीं जाएगा। तो हम लोग कोई ऐसे बंदे नहीं है कि हम कोई कैदी नहीं है या कुछ ऐसे लोग नहीं है। हम लोग को एक ओपन माइंड से हमेशा रहना चाहिए।
एक मिनट, आप सेक्रेटरी पोस्ट के लिए खड़े हुए हैं,
हाँ,
यू
हाँ,
विल
बिल्कुल,
बी द
बिल्कुल,
कस्टोडियन एंड यू
Definitely,
विल बी रिप्रेजेंटिंग सो मेनी पीपल। तो
Definitely.
क्या इस तरह का कोड, हमारा कैसा कोड होना चाहिए आइडियली? क्या आप उसको रिप्रेजेंट कर पाएंगे और क्या
देखिए,
हमें ऐसा करना चाहिए या नहीं करना
हाँ,
चाहिए? मैं वो पूछ रही हूँ।
मैं वही पे आ रहा हूँ। कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट का वही कह रहा हूँ कि हम लोग सब मेच्योर बंदे हैं, ठीक है। और जहाँ पे मेच्योरिटी होती है, हम लोग जब पढ़ाते हैं तो भी कहते हैं कि भाई हमारे को माइंड ओपन रखना चाहिए, हमें हर किसी की बात को सुनना चाहिए, उसके बाद डिसीजन लेना चाहिए। तो मेरे ख्याल से कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट का कोई मतलब नहीं होता है, ठीक है, किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन में। ठीक है, कुछ चीजें आप बना सकते हो कि भाई मतलब कुछ पॉइंट्स बना सकते हो, बट ऐसा है कि ऐसा कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट का कोई मतलब नहीं है कि भाई हम सारे एलुमनाई हैं। हम लोग किसी का ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई हमने किसी की कुछ प्रॉपर्टी ले ली है या कुछ ऐसी चीज कर लिया है, ठीक है। तो
ये मेरे क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं है डॉक्टर वर्मा, ये मेरे क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं है, आप घुमाइए मत। I will put this question to the people who will be presenting for the presidential post. Please, three of you are here, Professor Tewatia, Kalpen ji, and also Dr. Srivastav. I want to ask this question. This is very, very important. In past 2 years, hopeless things have happened and association has been taken to the court. I am not saying that you don't have the right. please give me a proper answer to this question. What you will do
मेरे
and how you
ख्याल
are
से-
going to
जी,
handle
जी,
this.
मेरे ख्याल से
Thank
कोड
you.
ऑफ
Thank you.
कंडक्ट
I think Rajiv ji, you can go next.
Dr. Verma, do you want to say anything?
हाँ, मैं
On
मैं
this?
वही कह रहा हूँ सर कि मेरे ख्याल से
हाँ,
कोड
please.
ऑफ कंडक्ट का कोई मतलब नहीं है, हम सब लोग मैच्योर हैं।
ठीक
और
है.
दूसरा जो है
Okay.
इस चीज को मैं भी इस चीज
my-
को क्लियर करना
My
चाहूंगा
request will be, let us not, sorry, my
हाँ,
request is not, let us not get into a discussion mode. Let it be only a
देखो-
question answer. And it
देखो,
is for the
हाँ,
everybody
yes,
to
it should
interpret
be,
whether it is sufficient or not. So
yes,
because we have limited time, so let us do that.
एंड माय रिक्वेस्ट ऑल्सो, अगर ऐसे क्वेश्चन हो गए तो फिर ऐसे भी उठेंगे पे जो MOM है वो लिखते कुछ हैं और फिर पब्लिश कुछ होते हैं, वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं आ रही है, लाइव वीडियो नहीं हो रहा है जैसे इसी का हुआ करता था. सो लेट्स नॉट गो इन नेगेटिव थिंग्स.
So that is what I'm saying. Let us not
Yes.
get into
Yes,
negative thing,
yeah,
and let
yeah.
us not hit below the belt.
Yeah,
Let us
yeah,
not hit below the belt, please.
Yeah,
because
it-
then the thing
because
can
it
be
is-
ugly.
it is
Okay.
election, let's be positive. और
Yes.
ये हम वोटर के लिए बोल रहे हैं कि जो वोटर हैं they have to decide, they have their own judgment. This is only
Right.
opinion.
Rajiv, please.
Yeah.
Rajiv, please let
yeah.
us.
Thank you.
please
Thank
go.
you, guys. Dr. Udesh, firstly, congratulations for standing up. Everybody who stood up for a noble position deserves kudos and it requires, pat on the back for standing up. Very good. Certain points which you said, in my view, मेरे लगता है कि वो हर इसी member का होना का role है. But something specific, वो secretarial role was, I was looking at, क्योंकि bylaws और articles require amendment. मेरा कहने का है कि मतलब ये this has to be led by the secretary. Are you willing to look at leading the change in the bylaws as well as, because bylaws हमारे हैं नहीं. Unfortunately, we are only governed by articles. Articles are very broad stuff. Bylaws are actual detailed rules and regulations which have to come up. So I would look to the secretary to lead the task force. Would you be willing to lead that? That is the first question. I also liked one very nice suggestion of yours to look at creating a sort of you talked about creating a environment where people, alumni, when they come to Delhi, they have access to accommodation and probably a business center approach where they have. So
Definitely.
a tie-up with certain business centers, maybe like a India Habitat Center, where the alumni can go and actually work on a subsidized rate. We can
Yes,
negotiate
sure.
with them, something like that, which you suggested like that. I'm trying to just take it to the next level. But my question is on the first part, would you be willing to lead the initiative on bylaws and articles amendment?
Definitely, sir. I would be definitely doing that. Also, हमारे जो MOA है उसमें बहुत सारी चीजें जो लिखी हुई हैं उसमें क्या है, इंटरप्रिटेशन लोग बहुत डिफरेंट वे में करते हैं. ठीक है, तो उसको भी हम लोग को उसे चेंज करना है और उसे बिल्कुल एक एग्जैक्ट डेफिनेशन करना है. ठीक है, कि जैसे कि अभी हम लोग का डिस्कशन चल रहा था कि इन द एब्सेंस ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट सेक्रेटरी विल बी द RO. ठीक है, तो डिफरेंट इंटरप्रिटेशन हो सकता है. ठीक है, तो बट उसमें क्या है कि उसमें कोई एग्जैक्टली चीज रिटन नहीं है, तो इस वजह से इंटरप्रिटेशन डिफरेंट हो जाता है. तो बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो कि MOA में लिखी हैं बट उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन डिफरेंट होता है. तो हम लोग डेफिनेटली आप लोगों की सपोर्ट से उन बायलॉज को देखेंगे जहां पे कुछ गैप्स रह गए हैं और उसे ब्रिज करेंगे सर. डेफिनेटली.
So you are positive about saying we will bring about a amendment to the what you call articles and bylaws,
Definitely.
maybe the next 6 months.
डेफिनेटली 100%.
Very good. Very good.
और
Thank you.
सेकंड चीज सर, आपने एक ईमेल में भी पूछा था कि इंस्टीट्यूशनलाइजिंग करना चाहिए या एक पर्सन इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. तो मैं इसका भी जवाब देना चाहता हूँ कि इंस्टीट्यूट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, पर्सन इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है. तो मैं अगर सेक्रेटरी बनता हूँ तो डेफिनेटली जो भी ईमेल्स हैं या जो भी ग्लोरिफिकेशन है वो इंस्टीट्यूट का होगा, किसी भी पर्सन का नहीं होगा.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I also appreciate Rajiv on this. He wrote very nicely. Yes, it's you are doing in official position.
जी, डेफिनेटली सर, डेफिनेटली. So any more questions or maybe
Any questions? Any questions? Okay, thank you, Dr. Udesh, for your
Thank you,
lovely
thank
presentation and your sharing of the
Thank
vision.
you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. You may please go on mute now. Thank you. Now I'd like to invite Pankaj for his sharing of thoughts. Pankaj, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Am I audible?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Good evening, fellow AC members. I am Pankaj Kumar Kapadia, BTech Chemical Engineering 2011 batch from IITDAA. I am an entrepreneur and a stock trader by profession. During the last 1 year as an EC member, I have contributed my bits in the planning and executions of various events like the Public Services Day, the Alumni Fest, various events during Convocation 2021 for the connectivity with the fresh alumni, worked on the database updation, the Gramodaya, which was the Global Village Conclave. I have worked with Gaurav on Arogyam series, participated in sapling plantation drive. I conducted the Swagat event of Patna chapter, which was formulated in 2018-19 when I was not even in the EC. It was formulated by me. I have been instrumental in various activities of IITDAA, vis-a-vis student bodies, be it TRIST, Sportec or Rendezvous. As of now, I am involved in the smooth organizing of the AGM, which is scheduled on 30th of this month. I participated actively in the bylaws subcommittee. I tried to find an amicable solution of the new issue, and also I'm a part of the medical and term insurance subcommittee as of now, which is in progress. Samvad series has been my brainchild. Samvad, as the name suggests, means interaction. This platform is a tool to not only enhance connectivity among the senior and the junior alumni, but it has implications way beyond, varying from the students to the general alumni of IIT Delhi and extended up to the whole nation. As a team, we can take it up to another level and contribute to strengthen the brand IITD, which we all are willing to contribute to. Well, as a secretary, my first priority would be to conclude the formation of a robust bylaws, because I have believed that in the absence of bylaws, there are n number of hurdles which are coming up in the operations and also creating some kind of misconceptions. Like the article of association also has some ambiguities, so they need to be addressed first. So that will be my first priority. I look forward to keep up the good work going on. The goodwill on the campus continues, and I was very glad to hear from the SAC representative that for the first time, the student bodies are also getting to understand the association and getting connected towards it. And if we connect them to the association right in the 4th year or something, the association actually continues and it lasts longer. Other than office administration, which a secretary is normally expected to work upon, the whole office administration part, I would like to say that I see a role of secretary as more of an operational head. And I believe that day-to-day operations and events related operations can be taken care of by the secretary, and the president should take up the strategic issues of the association, which helps the association to create its brand as well as the contribute to the brand IIT. I am up for convening all the meetings of the AC and various subcommittees. I look forward to take up the intentions of the executive committee to executions. I look forward to escalate the regional chapters activation with more offline events and formation and activation of chapters in various tier 2 cities, which is very important because I recently came across many alumni who are in tier 2 cities like Bhopal, Gwalior, and maybe from Indore, and they are also willing to join those chapters. So that will be something at my priority. I look forward to accommodate the vision of all the EC members, because as the secretary, I'm answerable to all of them, and thereby I will try to bring a cohesive environment in the executive committee. I'm sure that all the EC members have seen me working throughout the year, and I'm here to contribute. I am here to learn, but I'm keen to learn and contribute as well. Constructive criticism is always welcome, but just criticism doesn't help. I look forward to your support, and if you have any questions, you can ask.
Can I?
Yeah, Dr. Gitanjali, please go on.
Okay, Pankaj, first of all, thank you. You've explained everything really well and you've set the stage. So something for you that last year, as we all know, none of the women members, the alums, they contested for the EC positions, right? And this year again, we actually were 2 of us last year, right? And even the previous year, right? Why do you think, what has happened? Like, despite having 2 OBs as women, lady candidates, why do you think last year we did not have women applying for EC position? And how, as a secretary, you would like to ensure that we have women representation in a proper manner?
Well, first of all, Dr. Gitanjali, thank you for your question. But honestly speaking, I have no answers to this, because somebody will contest or not, that is beyond my control. If you ask me,
I'm asking what could be the probable reason why, after having 2 OBs, still women were not motivated enough. And today only I was requested, since it's the last day for filing nominations, I received several calls कि भाई क्यों women नहीं आना चाहती? Why are you not able to motivate them? So I am just trying to understand. I am not saying कि भाई आपको answer देना ही है, but I would like to understand कि ऐसा क्या हो रहा है या ऐसा क्या नहीं हो रहा है that women do not want to come to the EC. So that's something I want to ask from you.
Yes, ma'am.
आप जितना answer करना चाहते हैं उतना कर दीजिए. It's okay. I wanted to highlight it.
मेरे हिसाब से ऐसा कोई पर्टिकुलर रीजन नहीं है कि विमेन नहीं आना चाहती हैं. It is just that if you look at the overall ratio of women in IITD, it is going to be around 1:10. And if you look at the EC right now, we have 6 members who are women out of 21. So we already have a good ratio. Yes, I agree that we, in order to ensure good representations from every section, including the women, including the PhDs, including the MTechs, MBAs, whatever, we must try to ensure that we must try to bring about an environment in which people come forward and participate. And if I'd like to tell you that I have asked at least 4 of my fellow batchmates who are women to contest this election, irrespective of what they feel like. But major thing which I like to address over here is, see, when women become alumni, they get into that wedding thing, then they have responsibilities of their kids and etc. And after that, maybe they have their work environment also, because most of them are working. So they try.
So how would you like to promote their participation? 2 lines, 2 points on that, just that. ज्यादा क्वेश्चन लंबा आंसर मत दीजिए, लोगों को और भी
पंकज भाई, तब तो और भी इम्पोर्टेंट है वुमेन को आगे बढ़ाना, because they are involved in kids and
गौरव भाई, विमेन को आगे बढ़ाना तो इम्पोर्टेंट है, मैं कहाँ डिनाई कर रहा हूँ, बट करेक्ट, unless somebody contests, you cannot force somebody to contest. That is
very true. That I understand. But आप क्या करने वाले हो कि जिससे वो मोटिवेट हो? आप सेक्रेटरी बनेंगे तो मैं वही पूछ रही हूँ कि आपकी कौन सी पॉलिसीज होगी? What exactly? How are you going to motivate them? If you have anything in your vision.
Just 1 or 2 points.
I think आपका initiative She Inspires is one of them, which can probably motivate women participants in the EC.
And Pankaj, I think what she, okay.
मैम मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है गीतांजलि मैम से. मैम नहीं, गीतांजलि मैम से. मैम अगली बार आप इलेक्शन लड़ेंगी कि
गीतांजलि मैम is not the contestant, so you cannot ask questions.
No, she is not the contestant. Let us not get into a discussion about this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Good luck.
Any questions to Pankaj?
Thank you, ma'am.
Rajiv, would you like to go?
Yeah, okay. If there's nobody else, I wanted to be last, but Pankaj, first, congratulations for standing up. It requires courage, and I really commend you, like all of the contestants, for standing up. It really requires, guts, and not more than guts. It also requires commitment of time, which you've demonstrated. And I certainly like your answer to the question which Gitanjali. There's very little you can do. if the people have to come in, and like you said, the ratio exists like that. While there should be no discrimination against anybody, there should be encouragement, but there's little what the secretary can do. The important thing, you already addressed the issue that you are willing to chair the activity for the bylaws committee. If you are elected as a secretary, either of the two of you, both of you, I assume are willing to chair that activity. Updesh and you, for the bylaws and articles of what you call association itself, memorandum and article association amendment. Sorry.
Yes, sir. That will be my first agenda.
Yeah. The second thing is, I also wanted to, get your the last year to some extent sharing of minutes of, because the secretary post is a far important post there. Sharing of the office bearer minutes prior to EC minutes, EC meeting, because it's, in my mind, it's a subjugate body to the EC. It's not superior to EC. So the responsibility exists, and whatever is discussed, even if it is bullet points, at least for posterity's sake, it's available. It's, and sometimes some person can't attend the EC meeting, but the minutes are sent in, or what do you call, minutes are sent in advance, 2 days in advance of what the OBs had decided. You don't need to send every time, maybe once a month, if your OBs are meeting more frequently. What is your view on that?
Sir, I personally believe, since I have never been an OB, I cannot comment whether there is an actual OB meeting or whatever happening around. But yes, I'm pretty sure about it that if anything is planned by the OBs, the EC should be informed. I'm not talking about day-to-day affairs. Obviously, I understand that OBs must have some kind of operational liberty. But if there is anything important related to decision making or anything related to that, the EC must be informed about it beforehand. I agree.
I would like to add a little bit in that. जो एजेंडा पे जो बनाया जाता है ईसी का, उसमें भी यदि उनके ओपिनियन ले लिया जाए, नॉट ऑलवेज, बट वो अच्छा रहता है यदि कोई इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कोई ईसी मेंबर ऐड करना चाहता है, so it's better.
Sir, according to me, whenever an EC meeting is announced, or rather is about to be scheduled, any EC members can request the secretary to include any one or more of the points of their choice.
Yes,
obviously it is up to the secretary to take it up to the EC. Ultimately, the decision lies with the EC. So I don't think there is anything wrong with that.
No, Pankaj, I think what Tavatia ji is saying, and I'm probably prejudging him, is the point is that if as a part of the agenda, if the previous OB meetings, minutes of key points are mentioned as there, as a prelude, as a preamble to the EC meeting, these are the points we discuss. If anybody has a view on it, can be brought in. I'm just trying to...
Definitely, that is precisely what I answered, sir. I said, कि अगर एजेंडा शेयर भी हो चुका है, इसके बाद भी किसी भी ईसी मेंबर को लगता है कि किसी और पॉइंट को एजेंडे में इंक्लूड करने की जरूरत है,
नहीं पंकज नहीं, वो तो पता भी नहीं चलेगा ना अगर ओबी के पॉइंट्स बताए नहीं जाएंगे ईसी मिनट्स आप बनाने के लिए कि हमने ये पॉइंट डिस्कस किए. जब तक आप ओबी मिनट्स नहीं शेयर करोगे ईसी के साथ तो पता नहीं चलेगा.
सर जो मेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है तेवतिया सर के क्वेश्चन की, वो ये है कि ईसी मीटिंग का जो एजेंडा डिसाइड होता है, उस एजेंडे में जो ईसी मेंबर्स है उनका भी शेयर शामिल किया जाए. इफ आई एम रॉन्ग सर.
yes.
आपका क्वेश्चन यही है?
Yes.
इस पे मेरा आंसर ये है कि अगर ईसी मीटिंग का एजेंडा डिसाइड भी हो गया, लेट अस अज्यूम द ओबीज डिसाइडेड सम एजेंडा व्हाटएवर, इसके बियॉन्ड भी यदि किसी ईसी मेंबर को लगता है कि he or she wants to raise a particular point and that should be included in the agenda, they can always write to the secretary, and as a secretary it's my responsibility to take it up.
Very right.
So this is a supplementary question. My point was slightly different, was that there's certain things which the OBs are discussed, which probably they think they've taken the decision. It is not brought into the EC meeting. So if OB minutes are minuted and shared, they can be brought up and is further discussed.
Yes, he is also right.
As I said,
it comes under good governance practices. It comes under good governance practices, and I think it's...
Sir, see, good governance practice has got everything to do with transparency. At the same time, I believe that
mechanism also. Mechanism also.
There has to be a mechanism. तो जैसा कि मैंने कहा कि अगर कुछ भी ऐसा relevant दिखाई पड़ता है जो इसी में जाना चाहिए, we will definitely share according to me. मतलब I will definitely share. और अगर कभी भी सर एक आखिरी आंसर मैं देना चाहता हूँ प्लीज. कभी आपको लगता है कि मैंने adequately share नहीं किया है as the secretary, you can always point it out and I will try to update it next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Gaurav, do you want to ask anything?
Yeah.
A quick one, please.
First of all, Pankaj, congrats for standing up for the secretary post. and congrats to Updesh ji also for taking this opportunity. Like Rajiv ji said, it requires a lot of commitment. My question to you is, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, IIT Delhi alumni, they are spread across the world, right? They are in many countries, and हमने ऐसे काफी सारे chapters create किए हुए हैं, काफी सारे groups बने हुए हैं. बट जब हम ड्यूरिंग द ईयर की एक्टिविटीज देखते हैं तो देयर इज अ वेरी लेस विजिबिलिटी ऑफ द इंटरनेशनल चैप्टर्स. हालांकि कुछ कुछ इवेंट्स होते रहते हैं, बट आई वुड लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ वुड यू लाइक टू इन्वॉल्व द एलुमनाई हु आर स्प्रेडेड अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड इनटू वेरियस इंटरनेशनल चैप्टर्स आल्सो. उनको लेके आपकी क्या प्लानिंग है कि उसका एंगेजमेंट एलुमनाई एक्टिविटी में बढ़े, या आपने कुछ उस बारे में अगर सोचा हो तो वी वुड लाइक टू हियर.
Gaurav, thank you for your question. Your question is very good actually. According to me, I think out of 21 EC members, we must have at least 1 or 2 EC members who are designated for this particular task only. That will only enhance the interaction of the global alumni with the rest of the world and rest of the alumni. So, just right now, Pradeep sir is doing this GCC thing. I mean, people may question that there are only 25 people attending or 27 people attending, whatever. But in my opinion, what I have seen in his discussions, they are very focused, they are very, meaningful. And if these things are already there, it can be looked up to, after a certain point of time, like let's say 3 years down the line, that can also be looked into. So increasing the connectivity of the global alumni, I believe that I will try to find 2 particular people in the upcoming EC. And I would like to designate them this responsibility that they have a sole responsibility rather to connect with the global alumni and bring associations connectivity to everybody. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Can I ask one last question, Rakesh ji, with your permission?
Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. One question is there as a secretary, because you're a custodian, what if people regularly absent themselves as EC members? What is your stand?
Sir, I will go by the MOA. The MOA says if for more than 2 meetings, if EC members are absent without informing the president or the secretary, the EC can take suitable actions. So as per the EC willingness, I will put it up in the meeting so that they can decide.
इसमें मैं थोड़ा और ऐड करना चाहूँगा. ये क्लॉज बाद में ऐड हुआ था. ये 2006 में जब मैं था यहाँ ऐसा नहीं होता था, और उस समय जरूरत भी थी ईसी मेंबर्स की. और कई बार ऐसा भी होता था कोई ईसी मेंबर बन गया, वो कभी ही नहीं आया, ईसी मीटिंग में ही नहीं आया, लेकिन वो निकालते नहीं थे. तो उसमें जैसे 2 मीटिंग अटेंड ना करे, उसको एक वार्निंग दो या पहले. हाँ, या फिर उसको एक बोलो कभी आप आया करो.
सर मैं आंसर करना चाहता हूँ यहाँ पे.
हाँ.
मैं किसी को नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि मैं किसी को निकालूंगा या निकालना चाहता हूँ, और मेरे चाहने ना चाहने से निकलेगा भी नहीं कोई. ऑब्वियसली द ईसी विल डिसाइड. बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि सी वी ऑल आर प्रोफेशनल्स, so we may not have time for at some point of time or the other. बट इतनी सिंसियरिटी तो मैं सभी इसी मेंबर से एक्सपेक्ट करता हूं कि दे इन्फॉर्म बिफोर हैंड. ये ओबीज की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है कि उनके पास वो जाएं और उनसे पूछें कि हाँ आप क्यों नहीं आ रहे, आप क्यों नहीं आ रहे. इतनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इसी मेंबर से मैं इतना एक्सपेक्ट करता हूं एज एन सेक्रेटरी और एज ए जनरल इसी मेंबर ऑल्सो, कि इवन इफ दे आर नॉट एबल टू मेक इट टू द मीटिंग टाइम और वट एवर, they should inform beforehand that they are not coming. As simple as that.
Well said. Well said.
Okay, right, fine.
Okay, great. Thanks, Pankaj. It was absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rakesh.
Thank you. Now we move on to the support for the president's position. I would like to invite first invite Dr. Sudhir Sevatia for sharing his thoughts. Sudhir ji.
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच राकेश जी. तो मैंने तो इस तरह से कुछ प्रिपेयर किया है, जैसे आपने 2 चीज़ें पूछी हैं, विजन और कंट्रीब्यूशन. सो फर्स्ट आई विल गो बाय कंट्रीब्यूशन, उसी में से फिर आगे डिराइव होते हैं विजन और वर्क क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. सो जस्ट आई विल बिगिन विद दिस दैट माय इंट्रोडक्शन. आई एम प्रोफेसर सुधीर कुमार तेवतिया, बीटेक सिविल IIT Delhi 1984. And I was I'm alumni of Roorkee IIT also. I did my master's from there, and PhD in geotechnical engineering. I'm an experienced Vice Chancellor, Pro VC, Director, Dean, Principal, India Abroad, and listed in top biographical publishers of the globe, such as Marquis Who is Who in the World, Outstanding People of 20th Century by International Biographical Publishers, Cambridge. So I'm not saying it that what is my, what is great in that, like what is the benefit to EC if I'm so. So on that point, I'll come to the next point, that when I was director, I tried to give sponsorship to the Alumni Association. I was director of Indraprasth Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So I sponsored a few events. Satish knows that. When I was Vice Chancellor of Lingaya University, I tried to help fellow alumnus. There was Prakash Hirani, EC member. I invited him. He was General Manager of the Research Wing of NTPC. So, and some recruitment, some people came from IIT. So I did try to help them. It's not like saying help them, rather we also needed a good faculty. So this is about it. So then I begin that, one second. My first term was in EC 2006 to 2009. So I was associated with IITD Alumni Association for 2 decades. First EC member in 2006. Then I was joint secretary in 2007-8. Then treasurer in 2008-9. I contributed as EC member, joint secretary, and treasurer in routine activities, as we all know. I need not elaborate that I did this conference, this, and all things. They're all. So outstanding achievement out of this, when I was a treasurer, was shifting to the present Alumni Association office from the small one in Inner Nalanda House building. When I was treasurer, I was instrumental in raising huge funds from outside. The video clipping I have posted in the group in the AGM. So as a treasurer that time, we saved 12 lakh rupees, and compared to the last year 2.58 lakh rupees when I was joint secretary, and rupees 11 lakh were spent on the renovation of the office. That time 11 lakh rupees in 2008-9 was a big amount. So that is again renovated now with the Nalanda House, with the whole Nalanda House building. And I have given a link also, video clipping on this. And if somebody wants, I can send these details. I have prepared a PPT to all the members. And even after that, this soapbox, some questions somebody wants in personal capacity in whatever way, I'll be pleased to answer. Then my second term in EC was 2012-2013. I was there just for a small time. So I played a key role in organization of leadership conclaves in 2012 and 2013. So leadership conclave is organized every year, but what is special about that? In 2012, I used to quote last year uh, that about 60, 70 distinguished alumni of IIT Delhi Alumni Association, and they discussed on the receding standards of IITs and upgrade them to the world-class institutions in research uh, uh, and other area. In 2013, President APJ Abdul Kalam was invited and his lecture were organized, followed by question and answer regarding IITs. So then before that also, I participated in a program, Vision 2020, that was similar to Leadership Conclave. In those days, in 2002, that means about 20 years back, this Leadership Conclave was not a part of annual activity. So similar to this, it was organized in Ashoka Hotel, and I contributed in its organization and attended it. Then my third term was in EC member was 2015 to 2018. So I need not elaborate that I, as EC member, I participated, I attended all the EC meetings. They are routine activities. So outstanding achievement in this period, 2015 to 2018, that was to go for online voting. We had gone for online voting, I think in 2019, but we were building this momentum that we should go for this. For that we worked hard. Like we are debating this, not saying in negative terms, this MOA and bylaws. So like that, we were insisting that this voting should be done online, and we were opposing on the spot ballot paper voting that required presence of EC members in IIT Delhi alumni office. So, and even before IIT, many organizations that were not even equal to IIT in technical know-how, they were using it. So then fourth term, I came just last year. So I attended like all EC meetings, delivered lecture on out of body experience, and striving for transparency and live EC meetings, as was on 8th August 2020. It was broadcasted on live on the Facebook. So presented the report to the director how to upgrade the quality of the students, faculty, research in IIT Delhi, apart from other works assigned to me. And regarding, I want to be clear, this the issue of transparency and MOM, not to be taken negative. This is my view is, if something is not right, so people will change it next time. And it's a step for improvement, because it engages not only EC member, it engages all the alumni when it is broadcast live in the in our work, and that is certainly helpful. Why only our brain should be used? Why only our energy should be used only as a EC member? Why not all the IITD alumni? So now vision is to promote fellowship, friendship amongst IITians, be enabling networking amongst them, and inspire them to engage in service, creating thinking and activities for the benefit of society and mankind, without any distinction of caste, creed, race, or religion, and to emerge as a strong think tank for the nation, and thereby create and promote nation building projects which contribute to the economic growth of the nation, to be able to disseminate knowledge to all sections of society, to improve their life through education, technology, innovation, industry, economy, management. I should stress at this point because usually as a faculty or as a professor in all the universities, this is mandatory for the university people or professors to disseminate the knowledge to the society. Say, suppose I am working in some, say, SGT University. So around that, we used to find some villages, we used to go there. There was a medical wing also. So we used to measure blood pressure, some other waterborne diseases, something like that. Then to promote autonomy of IITs, prevalent dilution of IIT brand, and carry out activities which further strengthen the billion-dollar global brand created by IITs, IITians, and make it a household name. So what to do? Brainstorm amongst the EC members. Yeah, just about.
Sudhir, would you please, yeah, please wind up quickly.
Yeah. I understand. Just another 1 minute maximum.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
Yeah. So now vision. Then what to do? What to do? Like brainstorm amongst the EC members how to achieve significant progress in the above objectives, especially the national building projects, in the best possible manner within the shortest possible time, thereby contributing significantly to the growth and prosperity of India and humankind. And I would further like to add, brainstorm among the EC members, not only EC members, to involve other alumni also from outside. With the help of the EC members, the national building camps, existing leadership review, and assess what has been achieved so far. Like in Vision 2020, in 2002, we proposed some, and we expected that in 20 years IIT will reach there. This will be a scenario. So now it is time. Why we have missed those points, and what next to be done? So then how to do? encourage the alumni who can spare time for IIT Delhi Alumni Association initiatives and make resources available to them for effectively contributing to these initiatives. My word here is engage the alumni, not only EC members. Empower the EC members so that resources cannot become a constraint for their effective functioning. Then raise resources to have the best reach through air and fiber so that it's much sought after programs reach every home in India. Any studious infrastructure developed should go to the extent possible overtail with the setting up of IIT Delhi Alumni Association clubs. This is my idea, like how the networking goes. Earlier also this question was raised. How will you like engage alumni, or how will you and go for the networking? So for this, my idea is that I know one club is there in Noida. In 2006 or 10 we used to go there. So similar in every city we can plan. And I should when I was in Jaipur, that time I think CK Jain was the secretary. Jaipur chapter was lying dormant. There also these things were discussed. Why not to in every city open such clubs where regularly or some partly, not only like we should come to IITDA. So the
Sir, I think it's become very theoretical. Let's just go to the questions, please. आप busy हैं sir, बहुत theoretical हो गया. Thank you so much. राकेश जी.
ठीक है.
Okay.
बताना तो है ही. As per schedule मुझे बताना तो है ही. इसे practical भी कर सकते हैं. हाँ.
ठीक है. Let us go with the questions. We have a question from Gitanjali. Okay, Dr. Gitanjali, please go ahead.
Okay. Professor Sudhir Kumar Tewatia, sir, first of all, I appreciate you are like a very, very senior person and best wishes for the position. So my first question to you, sir, as we have heard you, right. So last year, sir, you also had the responsibility of this alumni faculty day, right? So unfortunately, we did not have your contribution, but I would like to understand from you that for this particular event, how do you think you can contribute in a better manner? Because you've been the VC, you've been the director, so you've seen how people are in this field, right, as an academician. So I want to understand.
Very good question. I appreciate. और इसमें मैं थोड़ा ऐड भी करना चाहूंगा गीतांजलि. जैसे मैं एकेडमिक्स में मैंने देखा, वहाँ हमें खाली IIT दिल्ली तक ऐसा लगा हमें लिमिट नहीं होना चाहिए. We should expand that all IITs. तो alumni का participation.
Will you my question is, will you make an index आपको, because sir, as a convener of that particular event also, आपसे, because you have so much experience, right, you have so much knowledge. So I am trying to understand that will you make an index कि हमारे लिए easy हो जाए, because every time we have this event, we have lot of issues in terms of ranking the people who apply for this, who are being nominated or who apply for the awards. Right. So I want to understand कि आप किस तरह का एक इंडेक्स आपके माइंड में है जो आप इस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट के लिए बनाएंगे. And the second question is, how are you going to increase the participation or the connect with the institute IIT Delhi as a president?
हाँ, तो ये मेरा पास्ट भी एक्सपीरियंस रहा, बल्कि पिछले 20 साल से मैंने बहुत सारे एलुमनी ऐड किए. जब मैं एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस में जैसे रहता हूँ तो वहाँ लोग आते हैं जिनको पता ही नहीं होता IITD एलुमनी एसोसिएशन क्या है. अब तो पता चलने लगा है पिछले 5 साल 10 साल से. तब इतना ऑनलाइन का ज्यादा वो नहीं था. सो आई यूज्ड टू ब्रिंग देम टू ऑफिस. मैं सतीश को बोलता था भाई ये आया, इसको ऐड कर लो, इसको ऐड कर लो. और ये इंडेक्स बनाने का आइडिया अच्छा है. आई विल प्रिपेयर एन इंडेक्स कि ये लोग हैं, और उनमें से मैं कुछ को अभी भी लेकर आया हूँ. हमने ग्रुप बनाया हुआ है, लाइक प्रोग्रेसिव EC, पास्ट प्रेसिडेंट एंड एलुमनस, जनरल एलुमनस जो आना चाहते हैं. तो उसमें हमारा मोटिव यही है कि जो आप कह रहे हैं सर्टेनली आई वुड
बिकॉज बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बिकॉज हम लोग
हाँ।
ओसीएनडी अवार्ड है, गारा अवार्ड है, राइट, एलुमनाई अवार्ड है, तो हमारे पास वी शुड हैव एन इंडेक्स, एंड एज एन एकेडमिशियन हु हैज वर्कड एट सच पोजीशंस, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू कि दिस ईयर प्लीज मेक एन इंडेक्स. आपका ये बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन होगा अगर आप एक इंडेक्स बना देंगे कि R&D का कितना प्रपोर्शन है, पब्लिकेशंस का कितना प्रपोर्शन है, इंडस्ट्री कनेक्ट का कितना है, पेटेंट का.
Very nice. I'm interested, very much interested. R&D and research and development, इसके लिए तो मैं I am always ready. और मैं इसके IIT के जो MOUs हैं, हालांकि हैं और भी पहले औरों के साथ में, इसमें फॉरेन में, इंडिया में I can contribute a lot. और मैं इवन जो स्पॉन्सरशिप है या पैसा भी है वो भी दिलवा सकता हूँ. जैसे मैं इंद्रप्रस्थ इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में था, they were very rich. उन्होंने मतलब खुद बोला कि हमें कहीं मतलब हमारा पैसा है, कहीं इन्वेस्ट करवाओ इसको. मैं उनको फिर IIT की तरफ ले आया कि यहाँ इवेंट्स होते हैं, यहाँ दे दो. ठीक है, वेरी नाइस.
थैंक यू.
ओके, थैंक्स फॉर आस्किंग गुड क्वेश्चंस. या एनीबडी एल्स?
Anybody next? Rajiv, would you like to go now or last?
But my question on code of conduct for EC and the OB is still unanswered. So I would
मैं उस पे आता हूँ. नहीं, मैं आता हूँ. Even I would like. ठीक है. Even I would like. हाँ, जो code of conduct है, partly I agree with Dr. Updesh and partly with Gitanjali. जो एक seriously या strictly कहीं कोई नहीं, हाँ नहीं, and I agree with राजीव मल्होत्रा, और I appreciate कि उनको अच्छी नॉलेज है, मतलब लॉ की या जैसे भी उनसे बात होती है. तो जो एक्सट्रीमली कोई सीरियस चीजें हैं, जैसे कुछ ऐसा है कोई जो एंटी नेशनल एक्टिविटी में कोई इन्वॉल्व है, या किसी पे कोई क्रिमिनल केस चल रहे हैं, जैसे कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब में होता है, इस तरह का ऐसा कुछ बना सकते हैं. बाकी वी आर एक्सपेक्टेड कि जो यहाँ आ रहा है उसको डिसेंसी एक्सपेक्ट की जा सकती है. एंड आई विल फर्दर लाइक टू स्ट्रेंथन दिस के रिजोल्यूशन यदि आपस में ही हो जाए, जैसे एमिकेबली. आपने कोर्ट केस की भी जो बात की थी, और मैंने उसमें व्हाट्सएप पे भी रिप्लाई दिया था. जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट बार एसोसिएशन में एक टाई हो गई थी दो की, उन्होंने फिर 6-6 महीने के लिए दोनों को बना दिया, जबकि वो एडवोकेट थे, उनके लिए कोई कोर्ट का खर्चा भी नहीं था, वहीं सुप्रीम कोर्ट था, वहीं आते थे. सो नथिंग लाइक दिस. सो नटशेल में आई एम नॉट गोइंग बैक टू व्हाट हैज हैपेंड. ओके, लेट्स फॉरगेट द पास्ट, बट टू लर्न फ्रॉम द पास्ट फॉर फ्यूचर, लाइक सम एमिकेबल सॉल्यूशन जो हों, और इनके लिए भी यदि एक एल्डर्स की कोई कमेटी बना दी जाए, या कोई लोग जो आना चाहें, जैसे गांव में कुछ केस होते हैं, ज्यादातर लोग गांव वाले कोर्ट में नहीं जाते थे पहले, वो बड़े बूढ़े बैठ के वहाँ सारा सब बुला के और वो निपटा देते थे. तो ये एक अच्छा आइडिया है रिजॉल्व, और इसके लिए था जैसे वाइस चेयरमैन है उनको बनाते हैं, या ऐसा कुछ भी एक बना दिया जाए कि कोई डिस्प्यूट होगा तो पहले से बना दी जाए वो कि ये लोग हैं, और इसमें कोई आप सजेस्ट करना चाहते हो नाम तो वो कर दो. ये नहीं कि भाई ये उन्होंने कह दिया तो वो ही डाल दिए. तो ऐसा कुछ. ठीक, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Okay, well, thanks. Rajiv, would you like to go?
Let Pankaj take over, because I don't want to be always the guy asking questions. I'll ask at the end if it's already been.
Now you have been going last every time, so you can.
But Rajiv, I appreciate you. Like जो आप कर रहे हैं ये bylaws या code of conduct, it's a good idea. मैं again I repeat, मैं दोनों तरफ की बात कर रहा हूँ कि we are senior coming IITians coming to IIT, we are naturally expected कि हमारा अच्छा behavior होगा.
Pankaj,
फिर
Pankaj, please. Okay.
Yes sir. सर मुझे 2 सवाल पूछने थे. पहला ये कि see this SOP was comprising of 2 parts. What have you done and what will you do? So what have you done में मैंने जो भी सुना, that was done probably in Dr. Tewatia's previous resigns. I would like to know that as a new EC member, मुझे नहीं पता कि 2012-15 में क्या हुआ, 2019-20 से 2021 में क्या हुआ, मैं उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा सर से जानना चाहूंगा. और दूसरी बात जो विजन के रूप में मैं सोच रहा था, तो I believe that the president should be the person who is going to strategize and take the IITDAA to another level. So what are his ideas
Yes.
and what strategies is he trying to focus upon so that we can have a great session
very
in the
right.
upcoming year?
I missed you पंकज लास्ट ईयर ये मुझे कमेटी दी थी और मेरी रिपोर्ट डायरेक्टर के पास भी भेजी गई थी। जो फर्स्ट मीटिंग हुई थी 8 अगस्त 2020 को, उसमें सारे पॉइंट्स और मैंने खूब थॉरोली डिस्कस किया था। जैसे कारा ग्रुप का एक डिस्कशन है, उसमें कल्पेन भी मेंबर है और बाकी इधर उधर के सारे लोग हैं और अपनी तरफ से भी सारे जो, और मैंने एक बड़ी अच्छी रिपोर्ट दी थी उसमें। हालांकि इट वाज एश्योर्ड कि वो सीनेट में जाएगी और उसको देखा जाएगा। और आप शायद कोचिंग भी देते हो या आप सुपर 30 में रहे हो या वहां से पढ़ के आए हो, so you could have been a very good person and this report can again be taken up। वो सतीश के पास है, उसको पढ़ो और थोड़ा उसको आप भी देखो, कंट्रीब्यूट करो। उसमें मैंने ये सजेस्ट किया था, एक तो आईआईटी को जैसे अपनी कोचिंग या अपना कुछ, जैसे कुछ यहाँ लोग हैं, सपोज मैं दिल्ली में रहता हूँ और मेरी एज सपोज कोई ज़्यादा हो जाती है, मैं चाहता हूँ मैं चला जाऊँ, तो थोड़ा बहुत रिन्यूमरेशन मेरे को मिल जाए और मैं वहाँ जेई के लिए गाइड कर दूँ स्टूडेंट्स को रिड्यूस रेट पे, उससे आईटी के लिए भी कुछ बेनिफिट होगा। और जो उसके थ्रू जो जेई में आएगा, ठीक है, जो सुपर 30 में आपको लोगों ने पढ़ाया तो आपका सॉफ्ट कॉर्नर लाइफ लॉन्ग है उनके लिए। तो ऐसे जो आईआईटी में कोचिंग लेके आईआईटी में आएगा या टॉप रैंकर होंगे, नेचुरली उनका सॉफ्ट कॉर्नर होगा आईआईटी दिल्ली में आए टॉपर्स का, और एक सोशल सर्विस भी होगी। तो इस तरह का उसमें है, वो रिपोर्ट देखो, अच्छी रिपोर्ट है। उसमें मैंने काफी टाइम लगाया था, 10, 12, 15 दिन मैंने बिल्कुल थॉरोली सर्वे करके सब करके, वो अभी है ऑफिस में और वो सीनेट में भी जा चुकी है और आपके लिए काफी रेलिवेंट है वो।
बट सर क्वेश्चन तो इस टेन्योर का है ना सर, क्वेश्चन तो ये 1 साल पीछे का पूछ रहे हैं आपसे।
1 साल पीछे का तो जैसे मैंने वो वेबिनार किया था वो आउट ऑफ बॉडी एक्सपीरियंस का, और बाकी 1 साल में चलो जो हुआ जैसे भी है, काफी कुछ टाइम देखो वेस्ट भी हुआ उसमें। अब आई डोंट से किसकी वजह से कैसे, लेट्स स्टेप अहेड, लेट्स फॉरगेट द पास्ट। और उपदेश की बात भी अच्छी थी कि इससे कई बार रिलेशन खराब हो जाते हैं। पर्टिकुलरली ही मेंशंस अबाउट गीतांजलि दैट आई रिपेंट वेरी मच के, मतलब इसकी इलेक्शन की वजह से या किसी की वजह से, और टू सम एक्सटेंट इट अप्लाइज टू एवरीवन। ठीक है, जैसे एक बार ईसी में मैं भी कल्पेन को बोल रहा था यार तू मेरा क्लास 12 पहली बार मेरे को मिला था वहाँ ईसी में हो। सो लेट्स फॉरगेट, कोई भी बनता है कैसे भी बनता है, आउटसाइड वी आर गुड फ्रेंड्स एंड इंसिडेंटली कल्पेन इज अ गुड फ्रेंड। उससे कुछ भी कह लो, वो ही इज ऑलवेज अप्रोचेबल। मैं नाम नहीं लिया, कुछ ऐसे थे जैसे पास्ट प्रेसिडेंट, वो दूसरी तरह के थे, जैसे बुरा मान गए फिर बात ही करनी बंद कर दी, बट वो कांटेक्ट ब्रेक नहीं करते। अच्छा है वो।
सर आज आप बहुत डिप्लोमेटिक बातें कर रहे हैं सर, दोनों तरफ के लोग अच्छे हैं, तो सर वोट फिर कौन करेगा सर? ये वाले भी नहीं वो वाले भी नहीं, फिर क्या होगा सर?
देखो मैं जो कल्पेन की, देखो मैं डेफिनेटली बता रहा हूँ, कल्पेन की वोट तो मेरे को आने से रही बाई प्रोसीजर, फिर भी मैं उसकी बड़ाई कर रहा हूँ जबकि वो मेरा अपोनेंट है। ठीक है, बट जो है ठीक है, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि आउटसाइड वी आर फ्रेंड्स, कोई भी आए।
नहीं सर, इनसाइड आल्सो वी
और
आर
ये लीडरशिप पे, हाँ या नहीं, आइडियोलॉजिकल डिफरेंसेस हो सकते हैं हमारे, बट लेट्स नॉट टेक इट टू द हार्ट टू लाइक कि बुरा मान के या अप्रोचेबल नहीं है।
I agree sir
और इलेक्शन में
we can have difference of opinions
और
but there
इलेक्शन
comes
में
maturity। लेकिन सर मैंने जो
Yes,
बेसिकली ये पूछा था दूसरा सवाल भी कि what strategies do you think that will take IITDAA? I mean even if you forget the last 2 years of contribution towards IITDAA, उससे झगड़े वगड़े छोड़ दीजिए उसको। मतलब मैं चूंकि see I am an aspiring secretary, so I have to be in coherence with the president, so I am more keen to know what is your vision and your strategy to take IITDAA further up. That is my interest।
हाँ, उसमें ये है कि सेक्रेटरी, नॉट ओनली सेक्रेटरी हैज टू बी इन कोहेरेंस विद प्रेसिडेंट, प्रेसिडेंट आल्सो हैज टू बी इन कोहेरेंस विद सेक्रेटरी। एंड as far as my observation goes about IITDA, उसमें सेक्रेटरी प्रेसिडेंट से ज्यादा पावरफुल होता है, सब कुछ ही उसी पे होता है, सारा ऑफिस उसी का ही होता है, नाम ही सेक्रेटरी है। तो इसमें नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाने के लिए मेरे काफी कुछ प्लान है और हम डिस्कस भी करते रहे हैं। आई गेस बंसल जी का आ रहा है कुछ टाइम के लिए।
No, I think we'll take the last question from Rajiv।
ओके
Tevatia ji, first
वैसे
congratulations
रिसर्च वगैरह के बारे में मैं, यस
Yeah.
हेलो
Yeah, Tevatia ji, first congratulations for standing up and really commendable. all three of you, Dr. Sanjeev, Sudhirji, and Kalpen. My question to you, Sudhirji, is this is the fourth term, what I understand of your as a EC member, fourth term, correct? Is that right? I'm just wondering, what do you feel? Because I have looked at a lot of good governance practices. I was on the even in the international schools, etc. They tend, even the president of the US said you cannot be more than 2 terms. HRRS, which is Haryana Regularization of Society Act, says cannot have more than 2 terms. I'm just trying to say, what is your view, saying that agar 6 saal ki opportunity mil gayi hai, can we now look at a regulation where say that beyond 2 terms, which is 3 + 3 years, people should give opportunity to the younger lot as we are getting older and older, and the vintage of IIT is getting here. What is your view on that?
हाँ, मेरा व्यू ये है कि ऐसा कोई रूल नहीं था यहाँ पे, तो जैसे है तो आ जाते हैं। मेरा जैसे दिल्ली बेस्ड हूँ, मैं पास में रहता हूँ, उससे नेटवर्किंग अच्छी बनी रहती है, अच्छे लोग मिलते हैं। तो अगर ऐसा कोई रूल हो तो नहीं आएंगे। और
मैं नहीं चाहता आप नहीं आए, but I'm just saying, what do you think? In my personal view is कि 2 टर्म काफी होते हैं, मतलब 3-3 साल के, कि जिसको कंट्रीब्यूट करना है IITDAA के लिए कर सकता है, उसके बाद अपना मतलब मौका किसी और को दे। That is my personal view, and I would like to bring that as part of a.
हाँ, वो अच्छा है, और IIT दिल्ली प्रैक्टिस भी करती थी, और इसीलिए प्रेसिडेंट भी दोबारा नहीं आता था। वो सभी पे अप्लाई होता है।
करेक्ट।
हाँ, पिछले 60 साल में एक ही प्रेसिडेंट दोबारा आया था, और उस समय बहुत ज्यादा शोर मचा था, और उसका टेन्योर भी बहुत अच्छा नहीं रहा था।
नहीं, पर वो सवाल तो कल्पेन से पूछ सकते हैं ना, आपसे नहीं पूछ सकता मैं, क्योंकि आप पहले नहीं बने। वो सवाल मैं कल्पेन से पूछूंगा।
Sir, Rajiv sir, just I want to add here, there is a legal, this one Lingdo committee recommendation is there, and which is apply on the university and institutions. And I remember in my time during the House Secretary and PhD representative, even I was not contesting for that, but it was implemented that person cannot go for more than 2 terms. It was implemented by the dean in IIT Delhi.
श्रीमती जी को पता है हरियाणा रजिस्ट्रेशन एंड रेगुलेशन सोसाइटी एक्ट में लिखा हुआ है।
Yes,
sir, let's not. I mean, I will request Bansal sir that let's
move on.
Let it be limited to the candidate and the
correct.
audience.
Correct. So he's given his view.
Let us move on.
Yeah.
Rajiv, any more question? I think we'll go move to the next candidate now.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks.
Okay, great. Thank you, Professor Sudhir. And now we move on to Dr. Sanjeev Srivastava.
Sir, I think Kalpen sir number is there, or my number is there?
Your honor.
Sorry?
Dr. Srivastava wants पहले senior members को, चलो anyway.
पहले senior member को सुन लेते हैं ना sir?
As per mutual consensus, you can go. I have no issues.
Go ahead, Sanjeev.
Sir, you can go ahead, because I want to listen you, then I will conclude on everything.
I won't mind. Of course, I won't mind.
Because you are the senior, I want to respect your seniority also.
No, not that. I think that's perfectly fine. If you want to come next, I'll go ahead.
It started with Tevatia sir, and then you are next.
Great. No issue.
Okay, Kalpen, go ahead.
Can I go ahead then, Rakesh?
Yeah, please, okay. Kalpen, go ahead. And Sanjay, if you can just mute yourself, please, and everybody else also.
Everybody else, please. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Rakesh, for this wonderful.
Sudhirji, आप भी mute कर ले जरा, please.
अच्छा, okay, thank you, राकेश जी, अच्छा लग रहा है मेरे को ये soap box, अच्छा organize किया है.
Good.
Thanks, Rakesh.
Chalo, we are making some good progress.
Yeah, and good evening, everyone. Of course, I am Kalpen Shukla, and I am contesting for the presidentship for the coming year. And I must compliment all the candidates who have definitely taken their time out to, one, come here today to listen to all of us, and second, to contest for a position where they feel that they would be able to contribute. And with this, let me just say, since I have been the president for last 1 year, I would not like to mention my contributions to IIT Delhi Alumni Association. I believe it offers me an unfair advantage over other contestants who did not have similar opportunity with them. Summarily, barring GCC sessions, which are independently handled by my colleague Pradeep Khanna, I have been involved with nearly every activity under the banner of IITDAA and every action undertaken by IITDAA office. And despite living under COVID pandemic for entire year, we have carried out diverse activities, conducted sessions, and taken forward a few strategic initiatives. I'm reasonably convinced that younger EC members can manage most of these operational activities under the guidance of their seniors in EC. Ideally, substantial part of activities that are routinely held for networking and building camaraderie amongst alumni should be on autopilot and monitored by a second layer of management team. And therefore, a president is expected to play larger and more strategic role. While I say and suggest this, it is abundantly clear that primary responsibility of the president will always remain towards the alumni members. It is never one or the other, but it just reflects the adjustment of priorities within the available time and resources. I see the role of president as the visionary, the strategist, and the brand ambassador or the public face of the association, and to an extent for the institute also. I revisit my speech while taking charge as the president last year and reiterate my commitment to fulfill aspirations of the four stakeholders, namely the society or the nation, the institute along with the faculty and the staff, the alumni, and the students. To share some of my ideas, let me start with the students, who are the alumni of the future. Our alumni association has 56,000 members and growing in number every year. It makes eminent sense to integrate these new entrants to the existing alumni base in a planned manner. We have initiated quite interesting and meaningful action on different fronts to ensure smooth passage of students into being positively oriented alumni. We have alumni reps in hostels who will be supported by the alumni office. We propose to create weekly interaction sessions batch by batch. Each batch will enjoy its own mini get-together and also have opportunity to spend time in their own hostel with their hostel mates. And I also suggest the association should work closely with the student reps during every campus event. We should remain involved in every aspect of making their events successful ones, be it planning, raising sponsorships, getting speakers, promotion of their events on our social media platforms, or even providing office support. Incidentally, the dean and the students have already expressed the need for such close interaction between students and the alumni. We should truly become mentors to the students while they transition from campus to career building. My another priority area is to create a robust startup ecosystem. One factor in the recent past that has created a very strong image for IITD alumni is the numerous successful examples of entrepreneurship in diverse fields. It is not restricted to just the unicorn builders, but percolates down to a level where third or fourth year students are already working on their entrepreneurial ideas. IITDAA must provide a trustworthy platform that encourages and promotes these aspiring entrepreneurs. They need to look for strategic tie-ups and synergistic collaborations to support their efforts. An opportunity exchange should be created to facilitate the young students and alumni, wherein they can seek answers to their needs, be it mentoring, guidance, team building, financing, scaling up, anything. And in similar way, we also plan to encourage the faculty initiated, promoted, and supported startups, for which we in fact had an interesting contest last year, where faculty wholeheartedly participated with almost 40 ideas, and we are actually awarding them. But there is a necessity to take their ideas from lab to the market and encourage them to do some meaningful research which can be commercialized for their benefit. One more area which comes to my mind is institution ranking and brand building. It is of strategic importance that demands attention, and we all feel very proud when we mention it, and that's global ranking. Although I admit and agree that it is not the sole purpose of our efforts. The rankings do matter, and it creates a long-term brand image of the institute in global arena. In a limited way, we could demonstrate how well-planned concerted efforts can produce impressive outcomes. IITD had 5 of its courses featuring in top 100, and we received a note of appreciation from the Dean Planning, with whose office we coordinated and provided relevant global contacts. We should take this forward, and we are looking at organic perception building, taking inputs from our global faculty and corporate executives. A few of them have already agreed to conduct sessions for systematic momentum building on different fronts, and thereby receiving improved positions. Besides this, during the last year, I have initiated dialogue with many constituents of the institute, be it CRDT or Atal Incubation Center, be it Endowment Fund or FIT, be it Cobotics or any particular department. Most importantly, all of them see association as a strong, trustworthy partner. During the year, we also explored opportunities to find solutions and create value for the campus residents. There is perceptible change in the relationships, and the contribution of the association is well appreciated. Be it supply of medicines during COVID, or organizing for BLS ambulance, or even feeding of stray dogs. We have been able to create a bridge of trust and strong relationship with every constituents within the institute, on the campus, and in particular the students. One more area which I would love to visit is policy groups. Our association enjoys humongous stature and strength in nearly every field. One of the least explored areas is to leverage this talent and expertise towards building of the nation and contribution to the society. There is adequate depth and reach within the association to form policy advisory groups in nearly every area of national importance. We must aspire to be the think tanks for the government, nationally and locally. And we should offer our untapped alumni expertise to design feasible solutions and help in implementation. In fact, one such initiative, Each One Uplift One, is actually aimed at working at grassroots levels to ensure that we contribute towards rural economy and upliftment of masses. And if you are able to do this successfully, I'm sure the association would be able to change the lives of not just thousands, but millions over a period of time. This association is indeed in an enviable position with a large number of bureaucrats, large number of successful entrepreneurs, hundreds of corporate leaders and academicians with global footprint. I am very keen to direct all this muscle power towards building a monolith that is widely respected for its size and stature. Finally, to ensure that we remain on track and carry out our plans in effective manner, I believe the association must have its Vision 2030 plan. I don't think we need to look forward ahead in decades. The life is changing so very fast. The technology is changing almost every sphere. Next 5 to 7 years, I think we should be able to visualize what we should do, how we can do it. We have access to abundant talent in every space, and we may take help from senior alumni to build our action plan for coming years. Such a document will also provide continuity of thoughts and sustain the momentum created by earlier leadership. I firmly believe the most critical inputs in any strategy to build a robust institution is the competence, caliber, and commitment of its leadership. I close this with a request to my EC members who are intelligent and aware of the responsibility towards alumni whom they represent to elect the right candidate as a president for the coming year. Thank you very much for hearing my views, and I shall be happy to respond to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalpen. A bit longish, but yeah,
I know.
for a
I'm sorry.
clarity of thoughts. So no problem. So, but we are running out of time because I have a scheduled meeting with Alma Shine next to sort out the election issue tomorrow. But we have to time till that. Okay, Rajiv, please go ahead.
Yeah, I must congratulate you, Kalpen. Very, very fine. It is vintage Kalpen speaking. Fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it was very well spoken, and I think you articulated many aspects which a potential president should be talking about, more on the vision side than what the makings of the past itself. The couple of questions I may have a little difference of opinion is that I still think with the vision, etc., that vision could also apply to IITD per se. What you say in terms of rather than just IITDAA. The DAA portion probably, in my view, gets a little diluted because our focus remains so much on the students, on the institutes, etc. My view that 60% of our initiative should be towards alumni and 40% towards the institute and other activities. So in that sense, is the only little fault I could find in your speech. But I really must say it was very well spoken, fantastic stuff. The issue is coming is that our engagement with the alumni is very low. Is partly is I'm not being able to fathom why it is. There has to be a different way to get more people involved. Some of the suggestions you have will bring people more people in. Definitely is going to be there. The other question I also wanted to ask you, because I can ask you that question rather than anybody else, because you are in a position, you've been the important thing is the personality more important than a group? Should the position be actually a coterie of 3 people, which is a young people who are less than 15 years, somebody between 15 and 25, and a president who's there, form a core group to lead. So there's also an understudy there. You try and get somebody from the first year EC member, somebody as the what they call a second year potential successor, and somebody who's like yourself or who's existing there. So you make a core team, and that team drives the vision rather than just one person. Because my view is that something happens to that one person, the entire the thing cannot be derailed, is the view which I have, and I wanted to ask you what is your position on that.
No, I think I cannot be in any disagreement, and I must thank you for all the nice, kind words. But you are my batchmate, I know, so everyone should discount that. Having said this, I do agree that we have to judiciously balance the importance of the institute vis-a-vis the alumni. I do agree completely. At some stage, we are trying to also recover from the historical past, and that's why probably good part of my effort has gone into building the relationship, if I may use the word, bridging the trust deficit between the association and the institute. But today, let me assure you that we are indeed being seen as a real strength for the institute, and therefore I would say good part of that mission is completed. It is a matter of allocating time judiciously between working for the institute versus working for the alumni association. Your point is very valid. 40-60 seems very good. Maybe 1/3, 2/3 is also very good. Having said this, I'm also very keen to ensure that interaction points increase. How do we bring in diversity in our interaction points by which alumni feel motivated to come forward and engage themselves in the activities that we do? So somewhere, yes, right now we are looking at the requirement of the students, but I have understood, having interacted with various batches, they would all love to come to hostels. They would all love to interact with the alumni. And therefore, while we increase the interaction at the campus level, and if I do it, say about 40 weeks, rest assured we'll be touch basing almost 2,000 senior alumni.
That's a fantastic idea. Fantastic idea.
Yeah. So 2,000 alumni coming to the campus over 40 weeks, having breakfast, enjoying it, hostel reps. I mean, we have alumni reps in every hostel. I mean, we have penetrated very well. Now, besides this, we also need to strengthen our chapters. We also need to strengthen our global chapters, where we certainly are progressing, probably not as fast or as effectively as it should have happened. But with little more freedom of resources and coming out of COVID pandemic, I'm very confident that next year, whoever gets the opportunity would certainly see that association would have engaged, I'm sure, close to thousands of alumni in 1 year. And I'm just giving as an example. I am in Ahmedabad, I meet 400 to 500 alumni every year myself. And therefore, I'm very confident that it's a matter of gaining momentum and we should be able to catch up very soon. But all your suggestions are taken into account and probably action will take place on all of them. All of them.
Yeah, I think your suggestion was right. My other point was trying to create a core group rather than have one position of president, to have a core group of 3 people who become, I know, so maybe it comes as part of the bylaws itself. We can try and create a committee instead of being personality dependent. We become a coterie of 3 decision makers who become important.
Agreed. In fact, we would completely, as much as I said, president is not even required.
I mean, no, but you have to be first among equals. You have to have first among equals who does the leadership. Just fair enough.
Fair deal. I mean, it's a very, very valuable subject. Thank you. Thanks, Rajiv. Anybody else? Rakesh, I can go off.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Close off for some time. Maybe we can. Anybody else? Any questions to Kalpen? So we are giving him a clean sheet. Don't do that, right? Okay. Secretary incumbent.
सारा आज ही
पंकज.
अच्छा है, पूछ ले तो भाई.
Sir, first of all, congratulations for a good tenure for 1 year. मुझे 2 चीजें पूछनी थी और उसका जिक्र अभी आपने कर दिया. जैसे I have spoken to you in the office that हर हॉस्टल में ईयर वाइज हम लोग एक गेट टुगेदर ऑर्गेनाइज करने की बात जो कर रहे थे. और दूसरी चीज जो मैं कह रहा था वो ये कि ओवरऑल डिफरेंट चैप्टर्स में जो छोटे शहर हैं वहां के चैप्टर्स को एक्टिवेट करने के बारे में. तो जैसा कि आपने अभी कहा कि थोड़ी फाइनेंशियल हेल्प भी जरूरत पड़ सकती है, तो मुझे ये इंश्योर कराना है, आई मीन आई वुड लाइक टू टेक योर ओपिनियन कि हॉस्टल वाइज जो पर वीक हम लोग गैदरिंग की बात कर रहे हैं, पॉइंट नंबर 1, और जो छोटे शहरों में हम लोग अलमनाई का एक चैप्टर स्टार्ट करने की बात कर रहे हैं, तो उसमें आप बहुत पॉजिटिवली देखते हैं या यू सी इट एज अ बाय प्रोडक्ट ऑफ इट? बिकॉज मेरा ओपिनियन ये है कि बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Actually, it is very important. I cannot emphasize the importance of building interaction points and promoting interaction. Why I am very confident about the interactions on the campus, because almost everyone loves to come to the campus. They only need an excuse to come to the campus. So we are trying to create some temptation around it, that you will be able to meet your batchmate, you will have your own mini get together, you will go to your own hostel, spend some time there. So tomorrow, if I am a Delhiite, I would look forward to it. And once I hear these interaction stories, I think it should generate the kind of momentum and excitement around your weekly brunch or breakfast or whatever you want to call it. So it is more like your samvad happening in the hostel. Actually, we are having mini samvads in each hostel. And we are trying to bring the students closer to the alumni, feel more comfortable. And therefore, when they become alumni, they come with a sense of responsibility that they were properly mentored, guided, helped by their seniors. And this is like paying forward in terms of creating a social capital. We may not be able to change your existing alumni base, but I want to ensure that people who come into the alumni base come with a very positive orientation towards the alumni association. They should be looking forward to it with eagerness, excitement, and be ready to contribute whenever they have an opportunity. And same goes for chapters. यार अब तो एक के बजाय 3 क्वेश्चन हो गए राकेश.
Thank you, sir.
We have 2 more questions, but I think Dr. Gitanjali, Gaurav, you'll have to excuse me. We have only 23 minutes. I have another session to go.
I can take only one question.
Time permits, I will come back to you.
Okay, thanks.
आपको
No, time
clean
permits,
sheet
I
मिल
will
गया
come back
इसका
to you.
मतलब.
But I think we should give a fair chance to Dr. Srivastav also.
Agree.
Please, Dr. Sanjeev.
Can I go ahead, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead. And everybody, please be on mute. Gaurav.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving this opportunity to me. I am the really new person in this, as per the definition of everyone. So if anything extra I am saying, please excuse me. I started this membership in this association last year in same month, April month. And since then I am interacting with everyone, including the president, secretary, and all the EC members, and try to work with them in cohesive manner, and tried also many things, and we did also many things. We made the COC, we started bylaws, we started solving the problems which comes on association, and which were something trying to defame the things. We tried to solve in amicable manner, like Neeraj Chaudhary case, and everything we did with all these things in good manner, and we finally got a good thing. With all these things, I experienced that I should come for the president, because some of the things which need to be done, and which I have also experience and expertise being in part of IIT Delhi, as well as the ISA Bangalore administrative, as well as the technical committees. I am well aware of the most of the responsibility of the office bearer of IIT Delhi Alumni Association as a president. And since I directly interact with the president in every meeting, I know sometimes people may be feeling bad, but I think I am going to tell him what to be done, and I am going to learn him also what to be told and what not to be told. So those things we started, but as a alumni president, I understand it provides the dedicated, competent, and comprehensive administrative support to the director, the dean AIP, the faculty member, the student community, and the alumni, so as to enable IITD platform at the best as India Premier University, as an institute of eminence, and IITDAA to perform as one of the best association to support the networking of the alumni and care as per their aspiration. And in IIT Delhi, when I was doing PhD, I'm not talking about almost all those details. Already I have shared in the EC group. I have been the house secretary, PhD rep many times. I brought the many things in the campus, like railway reservation counter and other things. But I saw the big problem in our student community and research community, that people were running from department to department just to avail some small facility, and people were talking like, this is my facility and this is your facility, I cannot allow. And I just started thinking what to be done for the country, not one student or one university. And I came to IC and got a really good platform. And similar thing I'm looking from the IIT Delhi Alumni Association, similar platform to do something. And I want to tell you, I just expressed my opinion what should be done in the country, and the principal scientific advisor just heard me 5 minutes and gave me opportunity to build this iSTEM network portal. And currently the Prime Minister himself inaugurated this portal and considered this as one of the most transformative idea for the country. And I have patented in 4 countries, and 1 patent is granted. Another India patent is going to be filed on 20th April this month. So with this experience, what I think what we should have is the good government practices. As the official face of IIT Delhi Alumni Association, president is always bridging the gap of alumni, IIT Delhi, as well as the EC members. It's not the president can take every decision on his own. President always is the representative of the representatives. So he has to collect all the ideas, what our EC members, what our alumni are, what our IIT Delhi director think, and then compile all those things with the help of secretary and joint secretary, and see the financial status with the treasurer, so that all will be part of those vision document when it will be prepared, and execute in those 1 year for what term he has got. With that, I think the good government practices should be always there. Whatever we do, the meetings, we should minute it in proper manner and circulate it time to time as and when it is ready, so that our EC member will know what to do and what not to do. Regarding the attendance in the meeting, I really surprised and keep asking people why our people are not attending. But I felt when I joined ISC Bangalore, there were some program and people were talking about this, why people are not coming in this program in good number. And I took the analogy, why people remember the holidays in every month, and something like, okay, next month holiday is there, I have to take the leave 1 day before, 1 day later. If such kind of calendar we can make in advance of the meetings or event what we conduct, people will remember. And if it is online, people will know this month or that month, when I have to keep my time open for this meeting. And if the regular calendar will be there, I think the attendance will be always 100%. And I have practiced it, and I can tell you 7,000 people, researcher I have helped in 3-4 years of the one of the international Indian program that is called Indian Nano Electronic User Program, and later on even government considered that one as a flagship program of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. And that was just require only the better management. and the president role is to take care of those things in its association with all the EC member. And if that will happen, the president role is really go in good way. I am coming about the careful resolution and execution of administrative and legal paper. President should always take care of the things, what is right, what is wrong, how to execute, what to be say, what not to be say. Like if you take the case of memorandum of understanding, MOU, if you know it always comes between the two bodies, and two bodies doesn't mean two individual, it comes between the two organizations. And when we talk about that, it means a president is talking on behalf of all EC member, whether those EC member are working in government organization or private organization or whatever they are doing. He is taking the decision on all the people on behalf of that. And in case, suppose something goes wrong, all 21 member will be questioned. So president should always take into the part of those kind of consideration, discuss the draft, come with all those suggestions, what is required, and talk to the legal people. Finally, what should be the part of this one? Even we execute our MOU and goes between 4 or 5 iteration, and then we come to the MOU. That is always I keep discussing with Kalpen sir, this should way we should execute, and he agreed for that. It's not that he didn't agree. So another role is that we have to always motivate colleagues, and of course Kalpen sir keep doing that one in the meeting. I agree that, and it's required always continuous motivation to our colleague, what they should do, what not to do, how to benefit our people. That kind of things always should be discussed in the EC meeting, and not only in EC, even in a small group it should be discussed. Make a small group and take the decision of those group, bring to the EC, discuss in more detail, and then make a proper plan how to execute those kind of things. Another role is the president, that he should talk to the government, industry, to bring the endowment fund, bring the CSR fund, and all those things are required. I think with that, I also say there should be always alumni interaction center. When our alumni comes here, they should talk. I am coming to the COC. Of course, I was the part of COC, and it was required very much. There should be some discipline among us. It's not that we are IIT and we don't do mistake. Yes, we do mistake, but we have to correct also. People sometimes take the decision in very few seconds. But I keep saying people, why not you are thinking twice if you are taking something in this one. If you think twice, your decision will be always better. And yeah, just I will quickly finish, sir. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
I will finish in 1 minute. I'm coming to some of the queries what I heard in the people, and I am saying last standard, I am getting some chance to answer. So people will talk about the interaction with the international committee. Of course, we should have a really good team. Not only this, with the calendar, so that we can do better interaction with the international community, bring them here. And the program, what we do, we should always do the impact analysis, how much effort a person or a group of person is putting, and what is the outcome. If those kind of things we will do, I am not complaining anyone, everyone start with something and people should follow. And I want to say, if I would be the president, whatever activities are going on, like each one, uplift one, see inspire, or whatever plans going on, science to society, it should be continued. Because if any plan comes, it comes with a thought process and it requires a lot of time. People have given in the past. If suppose people are not there, it should be institutional basis and it should not be stopped. With that, I would like to thank everyone for giving me this opportunity, and I'm ready to answer whatever queries and question you have in mind. And even you can post me. I have posted my SOP to everyone through the email also. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Srivastava. This time we have a new person, so I'll give a chance to Vivek.
Vivek, yes. Yes.
Very good evening, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Good evening.
First of all, congratulations to Gaurav and Arun for being the formidable candidate that nobody dare to stand against.
Oh.
And secondly, my very best wishes to the other contestants. And I think for me, all of you are winners because you have dared to contest. My question is to everybody who are contesting, and that is that whatever fantastic thoughts and fantastic visions. So my question is that is it necessary for you to be an OB member to realize these visions and these great programs that you have all put across? One is that, and secondly, obviously there won't be any winner or loser. It'll be runner-up and the person who will be the member of the OB. So whoever is the runner-up, so would that person support the winning candidate in the program?
Okay, excellent question, Vivek. I think
Can
since
I
it's Sanjeev's
answer?
turn, we'll let him handle that.
Yeah, I will also
Let him
like
take
to
that, yeah.
answer. One day I was discussing with Kalpen this thing.
Sudhirji, let Sanjeev finish first.
Okay.
And then if time permits, we'll able to take the question to everybody.
Vivek sir, your question is very, very valid. And I am thinking first I have to be OB member, then I will understand whether OB membership is required to execute those things or not. But see, everyone come with the vision and everyone has different kind of administrative procedure to execute. And that's why people think if I would be at that position, I can execute better. I don't know whether I will do it or not, or whether other person will do it or not. But of course, a person comes here in this platform with different ideas and different mechanism to execute. And I think in some cases, OB membership may be required. I have not been OB. Other people may answer better because they have been OBs for many years and many times. Thank you, sir. What was the second question, sir?
Shall I answer this question? Just
second question, can I take? Then you can take the both.
Vivek, can you repeat the first question?
Second question, yeah. Hello. I think that was that if you
Second question was whether the candidates who do not make it will also support the winner candidate wholeheartedly.
See, here we have not come for the position, first of all. We have come here to execute some of the things with the help of all the OB and EC members. And if whether we are here or not, if the president and OBs and other member will discuss our plan and allow us, surely we are here to execute those things. Thank you. Because we cannot take the unanimous decision. Yes, I have some vision and I only want to execute. That it is not possible in this platform, whoever is this. I hope I have answered.
Can I ask?
नहीं, मैं खाली 2 ही लाइन बोलता हूँ, एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ. मैंने
क्वेश्चन तो पहले खत्म कंप्लीट होना चाहिए सर.
क्वेश्चन किससे है ये भी बता देना आप.
अच्छा.
Sir, my question is to you. You are the presidential candidate, so question is to you.
Okay, thank you.
So first of all, I will request. We have just 10 minutes. If we wind up before that, then we'll definitely take bring the question to you. But let us finish with Dr. Sanjeev first.
राकेश सर, फ्यूचर सेक्रेटरी को दे देते हैं ना, आपको जाना है तो काम ये ऑर्गेनाइज मैं बोल रहा हूँ फ्यूचर सेक्रेटरी को ऑर्गेनाइज करने का ये काम दे देते हैं, 10 मिनट एक्स्ट्रा भी हो जाएगा.
नहीं, अभी जरा उसकी फ्यूचर कौन है ये भी नहीं पता ना, पहले तो
दोनों को लगा देंगे, तब तो दोनों को लगा देंगे.
वैसे ये काम सेक्रेटरी का नहीं, आरओ का है.
Let us, my request, please let us not waste time. Dr. Gitanjali, please go ahead.
Yes. So first of all, congratulations, Dr. Srivastava, since you've been a batchmate and I know your work. So first of all, best wishes for contesting. And I completely agree with some of the things that you've spoken. And now my question is very much related to what you have always been asking us. Whether you have taken permission from IIT Bangalore to contest for this position. And this question is for all. Or all the people who are government officials. They should have taken permission. So I am asking you whether you have taken, or if you have not taken, when would you do that? And I'm asking this to the RO also, because last year I put this on record of EC that who all are from the government positions, they should be taken permission.
Okay, I want to clarify, since you asked earlier also, Dr. Gitanjali. We are working in IIT and we don't have such class to take permission to become anywhere member for any such kind of body. Even I have been the founding president of the society in my apartment, and for those things, we don't require any official permission to inform. Can everyone close? Can everyone mute, please? Dr. Gitanjali, I want to clarify again and again. In ISC, we don't require any such things where we have to take permission to become, because it is not the profitable position or we are not doing the second job. So if we are trying to contribute to the society, and for contributing to the society, such permissions are not required. If I'm going to guide any student outside university, then of course I required any such permission. So please make a note that such things are not required, and whatever is
I
required.
think the RO should clarify.
No,
I
no,
think
one
the
minute,
returning
1 minute,
officer
Dr.
also has
Gitanjali,
to clarify.
Dr. Gitanjali, 1 minute, let me complete first. So in that case, we know what is officially required, and before coming to here, we have done all the things and we have taken care of that. Thank you.
Okay, Rajiv.
Dr. Sanjeev, a
Yes, sir.
fantastic, I've known you now for the last 1 year, and I must commend, I've seen your 100% participation. You are in everything you give 100%. Your ideas, whether it's medical insurance, I was on leave. You are the one who stood up and raised his hands. I will take over lead. You followed up with me, and you have followed up with the insurance good tax. Must say, everything what you've done it with 100% of the heart. I really want to make that there. One of the questions which I wanted to ask you was, which I asked, Kalpen, was also that, I do you think it requires a collective body rather than just one position of the president? Maybe a coterie of 3-4 seniors who come in from different genres. Maybe somebody who's less than 15 years, 15 to 25, and the president form a body together. What is your view on that? But
Sir,
having said that, I must commend you for whatever you've spoken.
Yeah,
very nicely done.
Since starting, when we started talking about the bylaws, since I am also very much part of the bylaws, and I agree with that, one president cannot serve 56,000 alumni. So there should be a group of people who, in some form, defined by the bylaws, so that we can serve the purpose in better way.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Best of luck. Well spoken. Really well spoken.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Pankaj, last question before we go to Surya.
Sir, actually, I have a couple of questions. First question is that as an EC member, I would like to know that what ideas Dr. Sanjeev Srivastava sir has come up, and has they not been incorporated, first of all, if at all? Point number one. And the second point is that is a continuation question from Rajiv Malhotra sir. That hello.
I think some disturbance is there, Pankaj.
मेरे ख्याल से बंसल सर का माइक ऑफ करना पड़ेगा. So second question जो है वो मल्होत्रा सर का actually continuation है, that जो collective responsibility की बात करते हैं, I mean the entire EC is a collective body, and the entire EC has its role to contribute to the decision making as well as execution. I mean, you don't have to be an OB to contribute. So there is a collective body itself by itself. It is up to the EC members to contribute. So there is no such thing. I think the president does not say that the rest of the members cannot contribute or should not contribute. It's up to them to voluntarily contribute. So I don't think there is a question of collective responsibility or one person running the show. That is the difference.
No, Pankaj, because it was extension of my, I want to clarify the issue is that, when I say that, there is an understudy being brought in. There is a, issue with some person not available. The president's post, and you are actually leaving it empty because the person can fall sick, not be available, etc. So that's why I'm saying have collective body, and you're also creating an understudy for the next year. That's the objective.
So, Pankaj, I think it's answer, or I have to answer.
Sir, I have asked 2 questions.
Achha, okay. So you are talking about
and
what
you can answer
what
them.
things, see, it's not my vision or my own document. This is the collective things what we have to execute in EC body, and this one vision is that if all EC 20 EC member will come, discuss, things would be in better way also. And you have seen the presence of the members, which was always poor. Only we were trying to complete the quorum. I am telling, I'm not complaining to what people have not done in 1 year. I have appreciated what Mr. Kalpen has done. And I am taking the from here. If I would be there, even I will continue all those along with the vision what secretary, our treasurer, and other EC member have, because we have to follow. It's not that you have to close what other person has done. It's not the government like opposition and something I come and close the project and take another new project or convert the name of the project. Not like that. Here, if something is good, of course, In first 1 month, we should do the impact analysis, what program went well, what program is not going, what kind of improvement is it. It's not that it's not going well, so it cannot go well, even future also. You have to do the impact analysis and review it, make the report and make it in this way. It will, even what our past people have done, we can do better. That's why this one. And if something we will take it in this way, I think our EC Alumni Association, everything will be in better shape. That was my proposition here. It's not that someone has done and we have to close here. It has not been done. Impact analysis is always required in any project. And then based on that, what is wrong and what is right, based on that you have to improve it.
Yeah, that's fine, sir. मेरा question वैसे ये था कि as an EC member also we can come up with ideas, और अगर उसमें कोई issues आते हैं, then that should be brought to the notice of the EC. That's it. Nothing else.
Because if that day, if the first day we check out the plan, that's why I told you, if we talk, if I will be the president, I will come in the first month. Can I close the noise somewhere? Rakesh sir? Yeah, I think it's coming from you. Pankaj, I am telling, if I would be the president, first month itself, I will ask everyone, write your vision, make the common minimum program, which can be start and complete in next 100 days or 200 days first. And then you take the bigger plan and then you come up with those things. What is the mechanism required? And even you talk to the governance, or you talk to the IITD and take their plan and make better execution policy. That is this one, administrative policy to execute in timely manner. Okay. It's not that individual we come with the very many things SOP, but that SOP doesn't work when we talk about the group work task. Okay. Because everyone will be having SOP, but you have to take from those SOP, what are the good things, what are the bad things, what can be executed, what cannot be executed. Otherwise, you cannot take all 21 member SOP to execute in 1 year. It is not possible. You have to understand those SOP, find those things, what is good thing, what is bad thing, and then you have to execute. Use in some program you have to pick, and you have to write down all those things, what is needed for the alumni association.
ओके सर, सुन के अच्छा लगा. कॉमन मेंबर प्रोग्राम, ऐसा लगा जैसे कुछ अलायंस बन रहा है हमारे भी. चलिए, ऑल द बेस्ट सर, ऑल द बेस्ट.
Doesn't need alliance. It needs that, like you have some vision, 10 visions, but does not mean that 10 vision can be executed in 1 year. But of course, 5 vision from your, 5 vision from Gaurav, and 5 member from Utresh or someone can be done. That we have to make it possible in 1 year. That way, that is the role of the president, what he should do. And that I understand that we can talk about the Atmanirbhar Bharat, what we are talking everywhere. I hope I have answered.
Okay. Yeah. I think you answered the question. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you everybody for being here and sharing your thoughts. With that, we come to the end of the soapbox, an extended one, but I think it was a time well spent, and we could.
And I am thanking to RO also to conducting nice way this soapbox. I am thanking to RO.
No, thank you for everybody's cooperation. You have been extremely cooperative in organizing this. So
इतना तो कर ही सकते हैं IITian है ना.
It goes really. नहीं, बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं. ये तो सिर्फ बहुत छोटा सा part है, and that is why we are all here.
Yes,
so thank you so much, and congratulations and best wishes to all the candidates.
Thanks everybody. All the best, and another 24 hours and we should be together back.
Yeah.
I'm having a meeting with Alma Shine. After that, I'll circulate the SOP for tomorrow's election process. So I will be sharing that process with you after we have the more clarity on the process with the Alma Shine. So thank you once again, and have a good day.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye bye.